Hello everyone! Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club, the purest mod! Last time we finished up Sayori's route, so now she's on the menu. Now we gotta do Natsuki, hence the title. I believe this is back at the first poem, so we don't have to do all the reading. So now we gotta focus on Natsuki. Which would include... Cheer? Damn! Cute? Yes, cute, fluffy, skirt, nibble, pink, playground. Oh yeah, I hope you've all been doing well and feeling okie dokie. Sorry I kind of just jumped right in. I am an hour late. I was out and about doing stuff. Anime. Silly. Oh, that's Sayori. Bouncy. Sunny? Damn. Candy. Kitty. Bunny. Hawaii. Sparkle. Damn it. Family. Nope. Giggle. And... Buffet. Followed by Hop. Alright. It's definitely Natsuki coded. Hi, Pancake. What the hell? Hi again, Michael. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Hi, welcome in. How are you doing today? Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Got out of bed. Just now? I'm pretty sure this is all the same. Oh, now... Okay, yeah, we could just skip to new stuff. Yeah. I'm doing okay. I'm late because I was doing stuff out of the house. Ugh. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her, in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monika! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Ah! Sometimes. Often. Repeatedly. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out whether the other person stands. No, I admit that. I just say, yeah, I like manga. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Like the first day. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Michael. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall, beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why is that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I opened the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kinda grew out of these, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories, and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching parts. Ah, is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power. Good save. Ah, this chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well... Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's... just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable, you dummy. Hahaha. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monika was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Haha. Geez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I don't want to do that. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky, but it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finished this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Are y'all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on! Could your timing be any worse? Sorry, I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but... Monika just said, don't be dumb, you idiot, stupid. Just take it home with you. Huh? Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish it if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. Okay, now we do this. Oh, whoops. We are gonna do... first 3 pages are Sayori, so we'll do Natsuki up through 6, depending on how many save slots it takes. We'll start with Monika. I like it, Michael. Really? A lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Yes. Maybe a long time ago. It has been years, technically. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad, and sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki's kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing— oh wait. Yeah, we're at new stuff. Yuri! Skip to the new. She had nothing new to say. Alright, Sayori. This is a good poem, Michael. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. Okay. And then it was all the same. Natsuki. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monika said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monika will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Alright, and then it's the same. And now we're back to this. For the sake of this, we're doing Natsuki. Yuri. You're really talented. Well... But Natsuki has a point. I think that... I rack my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over. And Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Haha. Shows how much you know. But that's not... Natsuki, I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me. Natsuki's voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing. And sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Careful, Sayori, you're gonna lose your head doing that. Yeah, so... You don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that, barely audible. Yuri. Yuri looks at me dejectedly, like a poor puppy. Don't worry, we'll get to your route after Natsuki. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said. So you don't need to feel threatened either. Oh, if you say so. Hey, it's not like you need to apologize for me, Michael. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. The thing about... Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monika look away. Anyway, the thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori? I'll go make some tea. Eh? I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone's read each other's poems, right? I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone. Especially you, Michael. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazing around we got a little too used to. Ahahaha. So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. No, not at all, not at all. There's still a time before we go home. So we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room. So maybe you could take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing? After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monika. About what? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. In the end, though, Monika's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Alright, and then... Second poem. Puppy. Twirl. Giggle. Papa. Oh, damn. Music, damn it. Games. Skirt. Anime. A kitty. Spinning. Doki Doki. Literature club. Lag. Oh, damn it. And family's a no. Laugh. Damn it. What's with all these? Hope? Damn it! No! Lollipop. Candy. Parfait. Still. I don't know if it's the right kind of poem. I think it is. It's not long before Natsuki comes up to me expectantly. Yeah, don't worry, I kept my promise. I pulled the first volume of Parfait Girls out from my bag. Natsuki takes it from my hands, then quickly turns it over, presumably to check for wrinkles. Hey, I'm not that careless. I handle manga all the time, you know. I just wanted to make sure. Can you blame me for being paranoid? I don't give people my manga every day, you know. That's true. I don't blame you. Well, anyway, let me put this one back. I'm gonna get the next one, okay? Natsuki makes her way to the closet. I follow. So you're gonna tell me everything you thought, right? Where did this volume leave off again? I forget. The chapter ended when Minori and Alice found Monika! Natsuki's voice resonates out from inside the closet. Peer inside. All Natsuki's books are lined up on the top shelf. Did you move my manga again? Sorry. The teacher got mad at me for taking up so much space in her closet, so I had to move some stuff around and clean up a little bit. It's all still there, I just had to organize it a bit. The top shelf is far above Natsuki's head. She makes a futile hop, trying to figure out how to reach her manga. Jeez, this is so inconvenient. I'm moving these all back down. There's plenty of room on these shelves. And besides, they're really pretty to look at when they're all lined up. Why would you waste that on the top shelf? Ah, Natsuki. There's a stool on the wall there. In the closet, there's a collapsible stool that's hanging on the wall. If you want, I can reach up there and hand them to you. I can get them myself. Natsuki grabs the stool from the wall and unfolds it. You think I'm too short or something? I mean, I knew it. Well, you know what? Just watch me. Natsuki hops onto the stool, which ends up being a little wobbly because of its collapsible design. Careful. I know what I'm doing. Standing on the stool, Natsuki's fingertips reach the top shelf. The stool would be enough for me to easily grab the books, but Natsuki is being stubborn as usual. Natsuki uses her fingers to scoop one of the smaller boxes to the edge of the shelf. See? Yeah. The box suddenly tips. Natsuki barely catches it before it falls to the ground. The stool wobbles. Mama! Losing balance, Natsuki hops off the stool. Thankfully, she was able to stay on her feet. She holds the box triumphantly. There! It almost fell. Natsuki's a bit shaken up. Jeez. No need to prove yourself to me. There's no way you'll be able to get the bigger boxes like that. I can reach them, so just... I said I could do it. I don't want your help, okay? I'm gonna get a chair, so just hang on. Natsuki forces her way past me out of the closet. Let's see. The classroom chairs have the desks attached, so they're too inconvenient to fit into the closet. Aha! Natsuki trots over to the teacher's desk, which has a computer chair behind it. Not the best type of chair to stand on. She rows it on its wheels back over to the closet. It's a little dangerous, since the chair swivels and rolls. But I've already learned my lesson, so I keep my mouth shut. Oosh. Natsuki climbs onto the chair, then slowly balances onto her feet. Since she refuses my help, I take a seat with my back against the side of the doorway and simply watch. Aha! There we go. See, I can easily do it now. Natsuki grabs a stack of manga and bends down to put it on the shelf below. The chair swivels. Natsuki catches herself on the shelf. What are you doing? Can you at least hold the chair steady instead of sitting and doing nothing? Who was it that told me not to help? Yeah, I got you. I hold the chair while Natsuki reaches back up. I can almost see up her skirt. I force myself to turn away. Natsuki seriously didn't think this through. Once she realizes, I'll be dead. Natsuki wraps her arms around the Parfait Girls box set, easily the largest one on the shelf. Heavy. Hey, Michael. I don't think I can bend down without falling. Hurry and take this one. Huh? But then I have to let go of the chair. That's fine. Just for a second. Hurry up. Alright. Let me just stand up. I slowly release my grip from the chair. What do you mean, stand up? Natsuki looks down at me. Why are you all the way back? Natsuki looks like she just realized something, but she'll lose her balance if she moves. Natsuki. The box. What are you looking at? You're trying to look at my... Natsuki's legs shake. I'm not. I was just... Natsuki, don't try to move. Just give me the box. You perv! You set me up! Go away! Get out! But... I'll do it myself! The chair suddenly swivels beneath Natsuki's feet. Natsuki! Yeah! This scene turns to chaos in a split second. The chair flies from under Natsuki's feet. Frantically, I try to catch her. The box topples out of her hands, and the books go flying. I got you! And we're dead. That's the end. The protagonist did not live another day. The full force of Natsuki's body against me throws me to the ground. A whole bunch of books pelt me in the face. Natsuki tries to shield herself with her own arms as her face lands straight on my chest. My right arm's end back furiously felt the impact. Slowly, Natsuki comes to her senses. She presses her arms straight into me to prop herself up. Natsuki seems to realize that it's not the floor that's beneath her. Gross, gross! A fist pounds into my chest. Natsuki then hoists herself to her feet. What were you thinking, you sicko? Everything okay over there? I heard a loud noise. Monika suddenly peers in. Monika, see what happens when you put the manga on the top shelf? Are you trying to kill your club members or something? Jeez. Sorry. Just eat my hair and it'll all be over soon. Oh, and one more thing. It seems like your most recent club member is a total pervert. So I hope you're happy. I didn't... Somehow it's impossible for me to explain this whole bizarre situation to Monika. I didn't do anything, I swear. I know, don't worry. Monika says that quietly to me. Looks like I'm off the hook. Oh no, but my... Huh? I look down. Natsuki is kneeling on the floor, holding one of the books that are scattered all over the floor. There's a large diagonal crease along the page as she's desperately trying to smooth out. No, not the manga! It must have landed on the page. Natsuki tries a bit more to fix the crease, but she can't get it out. Suddenly, she gives up and slams the book shut, then throws it to the floor. Instead of continuing to yell, she just lowers her head. Natsuki, are you... No! Natsuki's voice squeaks. I see tears on her face. I'll help get the crease out, okay? It's partially my fault, so... Natsuki shakes her head, still looking down. No. I don't even care that much. I'm just... having a really bad day today. Natsuki sobs again. I didn't mean to take it out on you. I really didn't mean to. It's fine. Is there anything you want to talk about? Natsuki shakes her head. Just... every day is so hard. I just want to come to the club and... Natsuki falls silent again. I can't press her, so I can only do what I know how to do. Alright. Well, I'll help clean this up. And I'll move the rest of the manga for you. I pick up volume 2 of Parfait Girls. We'll set this one aside. This'll help cheer you up a bit, right? We can get started on it once I'm done here. Natsuki looks up with her glossy eyes. Her lip quivers. You're really nice to me. Huh? That sounds really strange coming from Natsuki. I didn't expect it at all. Well, I'm just treating you like a friend, you know? Natsuki lowers her head and stifles another sob. I'm not sure what happened to her today, but being nice is the least I could do. The next couple of minutes are silent between us as I begin gathering the scattered books. Make sure to slip them into the box in their correct order. After a little bit, Natsuki starts helping. It isn't long before we're done, and I hoist the box onto the shelf where Natsuki wanted to put it. Then I get on the stool and quickly finish moving the rest of the books from the top shelf. Alright, that should do it. I hop off the stool. Natsuki averts her gaze. Thanks. Haha, it's nothing. Natsuki is holding the volume I set aside in her hands. Alright, I'm ready. Good. Even if you weren't, I'd make you anyway. You're taking responsibility for what you said. The thing about cheering me up? If you insist. We sit in the same spot as last time, and I open the second volume. Natsuki's mood quickly improves, laughing and pointing things out to me. She's surprisingly sharp, making note of a lot of subtle repeated jokes and background elements. In the end, I'm pretty impressed by how everything ties together in this manga. I guess Natsuki has good taste after all. After some time, Monika gets our attention as usual, and it's time to share poems again. Guess I'll be holding on to this for now. Yep. Even you sound more enthusiastic this time. Well, I'm starting to get into it, you know? Hehehe. Told you. Yeah. I returned to my seat and slipped the book into my bag. Monika? It's pretty good. You've been spending some time with Natsuki, haven't you? You must like her writing style. Yeah. I think it's a neat way to tell a story. I don't disagree. Natsuki's poems may be cute, but they're also meaningful. I can see why you'd be into the style. I guess that means you're not as much a fan of Yuri's poems then. I wouldn't say that. I kind of like everyone's poems. That's true, but I'm sure you like some more than others, right? Like Yuri's use of complex words and symbolism, or Sayori's ways of expressing happiness or sadness in a more direct way. You must have some kind of preference, don't you? Not that it's a contest or anything. I was just curious, that's all. But anyway... Oh, well, okay. Then Yuri... Oh, okay. Sayori. Oh my goodness, this is so good, Michael. Eh? I love it, especially after yesterday's poem. You're too honest sometimes, Sayori. No, but really, I want to put this on my wall. Can't I? Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Michael poem. And that makes it extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Oh, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let me see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? Melancholy? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Oh yeah, that one works too. Yeah, I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can give the rain cloud a little hug. And make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is. Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Michael. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. We know what bottles is. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Okay, yeah, we've seen this poem. Natsuki. Natsuki reads my poem. She keeps glancing at me, then back at the poem. By now, she must have read it more than once. Is it that bad? No, it's not. It's good. It's really good, okay? There, I said it. This wasn't supposed to happen at all. Why can't you just be bad at this? My poems are supposed to impress you, not the other way around. You're trying to impress me? Obviously. You think I'd let you enjoy Yuri's writing more than mine? Give me a break. Well, in that case, what's the problem with me trying to impress you? I'll tell you. You... She realized, like... Natsuki's face freezes, like she just realized something. You... You're trying to impress me? Natsuki vigorously scans her eyes over my poem one more time. Then the poem slips out of her hands and flutters to the floor. I have to use the bathroom. Red-faced Natsuki quickly walks out of the room. Hey, Michael? Did you do something to Natsuki? No. Totally not. Absolutely not. I just saw her rush out like that. You didn't do anything terrible, did you? No. I just told her that... My voice gets caught in my throat. There's no way I could tell Monika that I'm trying to impress Natsuki. Monika sees the poem lying on the floor and swiftly picks it up. She skims over it a second time, her smile not fading from her face. I see. At first I just thought you liked her writing style. But you wrote this for Natsuki, didn't you? I mean... not really? In fact, didn't she like your poem a lot the other day too? I'm surprised you know her taste so well already. Are you sure you're not cheating, Michael? No. Cheating? What do you mean by that? Never mind. I'm just kidding. I didn't understand Monika's joke at all. Anyway, how do you think Natsuki feels about you? Oh, you don't need to answer that. It was just something for you to think about. Hey! Natsuki comes up and snatches the poem out of Monika's hands. Neither of us had noticed her re-enter the classroom. Did you read this, Monika? Of course, I liked it. You should really stop reading things that aren't for you, you know? You have a bad habit of doing that. Eh? But Michael wrote this poem, and we're supposed to share with everyone, right? Ugh. Natsuki freezes. She apparently forgot that my poem is technically for everyone to read. Okay, well, I think Michael is done sharing his poem with everyone. Not like anyone would want to read this anyway. In fact, I'm just going to hold on to this. If you insist. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Like what? Never mind. Well, I guess Natsuki has my poem now. Not that I really planned on keeping it. Anyway, read my poem now. And no, I won't let you keep it. This is my only copy. We know Amy likes spiders. Not bad, right? And, okay, you know, I'm glad that you can appreciate this kind of writing. I mean, I know I was talking about that yesterday, but I've been enjoying sharing my writing with you, so consider yourself lucky, okay? Well, thanks for being honest. What's that supposed to mean? I'm always honest. Jeez. Just look forward to tomorrow, too, okay? Alright, I will. Alright, and then it's the stuff... Yeah, it's stuff about the, thingy, the festival. Walking home with Natsuki, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, I think I would be afraid of what she'd do to me if I turned her down. Isn't she so cute and fun to be around? That has nothing to do with what I just said. Ahaha, you admitted it. Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe, but I just like to think about it. Not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Sayori, can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. The conversation trails off, and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Alright, another poem. Nibble. Kawaii. Jump. Skipping. Sing. Damn it. Candy. Strawberry. Ribbon. Shiny. Cute. Fluffy. Pink. Doki doki. Skirt. Friends! Damn it. Every time I get it wrong. Heart? Damn it! Kitty! Pop. Twirl. Marshmallow. Oh man. Oh wait. This is all stuff from before. Hey you. Huh? I look up to see Natsuki next to me. Are you just gonna sit there and keep staring at nothing? There isn't that much time, so... sorry. I didn't mean to make you worry or anything. It's not like I'm worried. I was just... Natsuki glances down at her side. She's holding a volume of manga in her hand. That's right. Something just came up for a minute, but we could get started now. I won't make you wait any longer. Jeez. Now you make me feel like a jerk. If something's bothering you, then you can just tell me to leave you alone and I will. I mean, assuming you didn't feel like talking about it or anything. She practically mumbles that last part. Nah, I'm probably making it seem like a bigger deal than it is. I've just been thinking about Sayori, that's all. Sayori? Thinking about her? Yeah, she seems pretty down today. But she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh. Natsuki exhales. Well, first of all, you should really work on your phrasing. But anyway, you're her best friend, right? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Then in that case, I think you should trust her a little more. If she needed you, then you would be the first person she would go to, right? Well, I guess that's true. I mean, some people just have those days. Can't always avoid it. If anything, she probably doesn't want you to worry about her because it's not important. Yeah, that's kind of what she said to me. Maybe it's not right for me to go against her wishes. Exactly. If she needs you to worry about her, then it'll be a lot more obvious. Yeah, I should have thought of it that way from the start. Natsuki fiddles with the book she's holding in her hands. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Don't get the wrong idea or anything. We've just been friends for a long time. It's normal to be worried about your friends. I mean, you were worried about me, so... I was not! Geez, if you're fine, then let's hurry and get started already. Yeah. Alright, Monika... Sticking with the Natsuki style once more, I see. You really like Natsuki, don't you? That's... Oh, come on, Michael. It's awfully suspicious, you know. Spending time with her in the club room every day, pretending to like the manga that she's into. You know how Natsuki is. If I don't indulge her, she'll end up hating me. No, I think you're misunderstanding, Michael. It's not like Natsuki just hates anyone who doesn't give her what she wants. Yeah, she's assertive, but she's not that selfish. In fact, I think you're the only one who's indulged her as much as you have. Is that so? I kind of knew that, but I just didn't want to admit it. So, I just need to ask one thing of you. Be careful, please. Natsuki is kind of unpredictable. A lot of times she doesn't even know what she wants. After all, she's the youngest one here. She might not know how to handle her own feelings properly. What I'm saying is, if something bad happens, then it could end up damaging the club, too. And you wouldn't do that to me, right? That's... I'm not sure how to respond to Monika. While I care about her and the club, it's also kind of unfair to bring that up. Well, you're smart. I'm sure you'll do the right thing. Monika smiles sweetly. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, which we've already seen before. Yuri? She doesn't want to talk, I think. Sayori. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Natsuki. Eh? I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. They better not do that with the Natsuki and Yuri routes. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Michael. Sayori, is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Alright, just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You could go play with everyone else now. If you insist. Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori. Tell Monika I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Which is not good. Let's see. You're certainly enthusiastic today. Of course. You know I like your writing. I'm just surprised. It seemed like you had a lot of trouble admitting that before. Well, of course. I just had to put you in your place a bit. It's not like I was shy or anything stupid like that, you absolute big doofus of an idiot. Or jealous. I really wasn't jealous. Just because you happen to be a good writer. That's such a dumb thing to get jealous about. Ahaha. Natsuki? What? You're not very confident about your writing, are you? What are you talking about? My writing is obviously the best. Right? Took me a while to figure out, but I think I finally did. Maybe Natsuki acts so arrogant because she's trying to make up for her own insecurities. If she acts like she's the best, then other people might think that way too. Right? Michael? Please just tell me you like my poems. I don't care if you hate them. Just please tell me I'm the best. I just really need to hear that from someone. I know I sound stupid, but there's a reason I never shared my poems before this. Natsuki? Because nobody ever takes me seriously. What's the point in sharing my poems if people just laugh and say, "That's so cute, just like you, Natsuki." Sometimes I don't want to be cute, but nobody understands that. I try really hard when I write. The style doesn't matter, the emotions are there. Why can't anyone see that? I just want... Natsuki trails off. Maybe it's because her lips started to quiver. I look down. Her fists are clenched really tightly. Hey, Natsuki? If you're not careful, you'll rip your own poem. I gently grab the poem with my own hand until she relaxes her grip on it. I place it flat on the desk and smooth out the wrinkles that she put into it. Don't read it. Before I can pick it back up, Natsuki snatches the poem up from the desk. It's not any good. And I know you hate my poems. So you don't have to read this one, okay? But I want to read it. Why? Because I like your poems. I really do. Why would I judge you for your style? It's not like my own style is anything crazy. I mean, it's true that the first time I read one of your poems, I didn't look much into it. But I know you better now. And it's wrong for Yuri to think your style is more amateur than hers. And Sayori, she always means well. But sometimes she's so focused on simple happiness that she doesn't understand what people really want. Yeah, I guess I never really thought about how hard it is for you. And I'm sorry if I was part of that problem. I understand now. You're not just cute. You're a lot more than that. Natsuki, you're doing it again. Once again, Natsuki clutches her poem a little too hard. She looks down, hiding her eyes from me. I never realized how difficult this was for her. But finally, she forces herself to extend her arms and set her poem on the table. You can... Read it. Just turn that way. I don't want you to look at my face right now. Okay, I will. Because you... Is this a different poem? Yeah, it's different. Tomorrow will be brighter with me around, but when today is dim, I can only look down. My looking is a little more forward because you look at me. When I want to say something, I say it with a shout, but my truest feelings can never come out. My words are a little less empty because you listen to me. When something is above me, I reach for the stars, but when I feel small, I don't get very far. My standing is a little bit taller because you sit with me. I believe in myself with all of my heart, but what do I do when it's torn all apart? My faith is a little bit stronger because you trusted me. My pen always puts my feelings to the test. I'm not a good writer, but my best is my best. My poems are a little bit dearer because you think of me. Because you... Because you... Because you. Why are you looking at me like that? If you don't like it, then just say it. I won't get mad. No, it's not that I don't like it. It was just a little surprising to read. This clearly isn't the poem that Yuri told me she had written. Meaning, I'm probably the only one she's showing this to. I guess I'm not used to hearing such nice things coming from you. Don't just say that, dummy. What do you think the point of writing is? Expressing things that you can't just say. Yeah, I understand. I'm sorry for missing the point sometimes. I always mean well. And I'm happy that you showed this to me. I liked it. Well, yeah. I'm a pro, so... Natsuki mumbles, completely failing to sound confident like she usually does. Just... remember that I can think these things sometimes too. You know, when you're nice to me, it's... meaningful. I'm glad. Seeing Natsuki is satisfied, I start to hand the poem back to her. But as I do, Natsuki takes my hands and pushes them back away. Her small, soft hands surprise me with their assertion. I don't want it. Huh? Why not? I just don't. Jeez. I realize what Natsuki's doing. Unable to be honest, she's trying to give me the poem in a roundabout way. Well, in that case, I'm going to keep it. Instead of teasing her, I choose to go along with it. Good. If you didn't, I would... Never mind. Just, I'm glad you want it. Natsuki backpedals on her words and leaves it at that. Despite her best efforts to hide her expression, I can see her faintly smiling to herself. That's all for now, so... I'll put it away before someone sees it, okay? Yeah. I'll go do that. With that, I return to my seat so that I can put away Natsuki's poem. Alright, and then it's stuff we've seen. They're gonna... Natsuki? Well, baking sounds like it could be fun. And you guys made it sound like a lot of work, so it could probably use 2 people. Don't worry. Baking is a ton of fun. You'll definitely agree. Huh? Just a minute ago you were saying that... That's because... Never mind, okay? Well, anyway, you'll be fine by yourself, right, Yuri? Of course. I'm used to it after all. We'll help you with the next route. That's good. Even though Yuri is being melodramatic, it's a little hard to not feel bad. Well, that's everything, right? Anything else we need to talk about? No, I think that's it. Are you guys excited? Yes. Everything except the performance is gonna be awesome. I don't think that really counts. What about you, Michael? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Yuri? Yuri? She's still sulking. Natsuki starts pouting too. It's not that big of a deal or anything. Well, it might not be just that. I think that Yuri might be just feeling a little underappreciated in general. Having to come up with something for her to do and then nobody offering to help? That doesn't mean... Ugh. Natsuki glances back and forth between everyone with a worried expression. Look. Natsuki goes over and puts her hands down on Yuri's shoulders. Yuri, you really are the most talented one here. And you're going to help make the event a lot more fun and welcoming. I mean, the cupcakes will probably help a lot too, but you're going to make the atmosphere special. That'll be really important for the way that people feel during the performances. So, you need to stop being dumb and give yourself a little more credit. Natsuki releases her hands and turns around to face the other direction. You didn't really mean that, did you? Not really, but... Yuri isn't the only one surprised. Monika and I are also taken aback by Natsuki's words. Natsuki, of all people, to be saying such encouraging things. But I begin to understand. Natsuki was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. I'm sorry for being dumb. I'm going to do my best. And all of us are going to make it a really great event. Yeah. I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Okay, but I'm staying here a bit longer. I barely got to do any reading today, so... Fair enough. There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monika and Yuri out the door as they chat between each other. Where are you going? Huh? We still need to figure out our plans for this weekend. You literally would have gotten home and realized that you didn't even have a way to contact me. Oh, that's true. I have no idea how that slipped my mind. Geez, good thing I stopped you. I'm giving you my number, okay? You'd better not make it weird or anything. Why would I do that? Nasia gives me her number. Okay, I'm coming over on Sunday. I'll bring all the ingredients. Wait, you're coming to my house? Well, yeah, what's wrong with that? I mean, I just figured that since I'm the one helping, I would be going to your house. Yeah, right. Like I could have a guy over at my house. My dad would kill me. Really? That's kind of strict if you ask me. Yeah, how do you think I feel? I can't do anything when my dad is home. Anyway, I just need to complain for a second. We have each other's numbers now. That's all I needed from you. I guess I'll text you when I'm coming over? Alright, fine by me. Yeah. I'm really gonna show you why I love baking so much. So you'd better look forward to it. Oh? Didn't you say you were just going to give me the dirty work? Well, I was just saying that. It's not like I could act like in front of everyone that I was looking forward to this. Wait, really? Well, kind of. Just because I never got to bake with someone else before. That's all it is, so... I get it. Sorry for overreacting. Anyway, I'll be heading out now. See you on Sunday. Never mind. Alright, and then my anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it. And is this the chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off of it. I seriously can't wait. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into a conversation. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emoji and cute language. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kinda saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori. I say goodbye to Sayori next to her house. Oh no, please don't. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki's about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. She better not. Spend only a few minutes back at home, anxiously awaiting Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside the front door. Without delay, I open the front door to let her in. Sup? Hey. I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. Geez, don't make it feel so awkward today. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki is carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking supplies. Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You bought everything I asked for too, right? No, asked you, right? Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home. Good. Glad I could count on you to do your part. Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that, rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she is a little different outside of school after all? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen. What? You're not even gonna offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, Michael? Come on, since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. Yeah. This is ridiculously heavy. I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed? I see now. Yeah, I am impressed, Natsuki. It seems like I always underestimate you. It's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk. Natsuki hits a fist into my chest. Hey. Your size has nothing to do with it. It's how you use it. Do you really hate being small that much? It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people. But... geez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. Oh, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. What? That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Oh, wait, thank you for the raid! I didn't notice! Welcome in, raiders. I'm Michael Ale, human VTuber and Chaos Vessel. I hope you all had a good time. What were you up to? Did you all have fun? Hi, welcome in. What were you doing today? We've been doing Natsuki's route for the Doki Doki Purist mod. Played some Clannad and continued Steins Gate. Ooh, I love Steins Gate. I've seen the anime, and I have the visual novel as well as Steins Gate Zero, but I have yet to actually go through the whole thing. So that's something I could bring back and do on stream at some point. Because I have not done either of them all the way through yet. Hey, now you are treating me like a kid. Is it my first time playing Doki Doki? No. But it's my first time doing the Purist mod. I've played the base game and Plus. As well as the after stories. I've done those, but not the Purist mod. So that's what I'm doing. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know? Yeah. But anyways, I hope you had a good stream. If you need to raid and run, there's no problem. Everyone that was part of the raid, if you need to get food, water, or rest, be sure to do that. Take care of yourselves. And just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri doesn't mean you should treat me like... Natsuki catches her words, and her face turns red. Natsuki. Forget it! I didn't say anything. I should apologize. Eh? I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little bit more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours. Have to rate and run? Have a nice rest of stream? I will. Thank you for trusting me with your viewers. I hope that they enjoy their time here, and I hope you have a good rest. How would you know that anyway? Just trust me on this one. You're welcome. Gross. Hey, was that to me? Who else? Man, let's just get started already. Haha, you get all sour when a girl calls you gross. I finally found your weakness, Michael. Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now, finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid. Don't phrase it that way. And plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we've had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. Michael, where did you put your food coloring? The batter's going in the oven soon, so I need to fill the trays. I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite. Ah, that's a cute idea. Are we doing anything like that with the icing? Do you want to? You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so... Come on, you're not putting any heart into this at all. Can't you at least try to have fun? I'm having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki's trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring into each. Ah, that does look pretty cool. See? It's not like baking is just following instructions. The presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end if just looking at it makes everyone's eyes lighten up. Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes and Sayori and Monika's delighted expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah, maybe I will use the food coloring then. Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring. Yeah, it's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl for the icing. The icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying? Well, yeah. It'll just take a little longer. Geez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look. Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back. You really need to beat the crap out of it. After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved. See? As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same. Hey! Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist. I don't want your gross fingers in my icing. Your icing, eh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger toward the bowl. Don't make me beat the crap out of you next. I'd like to see you try. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some with my finger just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. Ah! The force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in turn. Gross! You got it on my face. Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. Jeez, you know what? Take this. Natsuki instead wipes it off with her finger before shoving her finger toward my own face. You wish. I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Stop! Not until you apologize for calling me gross. Fine, fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I don't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know. Saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that. Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing. What? Did you seriously just... Natsuki's so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red. Michael, you really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls. Unless you really like them. You know that, right? What kind of question is she asking me just like that? How did the mood turn to this so quickly? Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off. Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. No wonder. You left a dirty tray in here, dummy. How could you make a mistake like that? You should have checked before turning the oven on. Wait, wrong voice. Don't blame me for your mistakes. Jeez. Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops. Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now. Yeah. The tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads. But the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing, like nothing ever happened. Ah, that smells so good. The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room. Look at how cute they all look. She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the icing. Not like you need to tell me that. I brought the decorating stuff, so I hope you could get creative. Here, scoop the icing into these bags. Natsuki hands me some plastic bags. I have these nozzles that will make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. We probably won't be using it this time though. What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others. That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on a cake. Like, happy birthday or whatever. Whoa, whoops. Huh, I see. That gives me an idea, actually. Eh? Well, it's a literature event, right? We could make a more literature theme by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. It would be fun to see everyone choose their cupcake based on a word they like. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid. But that's actually a really cute idea, so... Maybe I'm getting it from you. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute. Come on. We're not at school. Nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute. Well... Natsuki's voice trails off. Same with you. Did you say something? No, nothing. Let's just do the icing. Natsuki picks up the paste and presses a nozzle onto each of the bags. There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it. Without giving me a chance to think about before, Natsuki quickly moves on. She shows me how to apply the icing, and then we each get to work. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work. Look at how pretty they are together. Yeah, they are, aren't they? I wish I could have one now. Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that. Well, yeah, but... My dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. Sayori is the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, we'd probably be down 10 cupcakes already, and she would still eat dinner. Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyway, I was hoping we would have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner. Already? That's a shame. It's your fault for working so slowly. Oh, thank you for the follow, I really appreciate it. Welcome in. It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you'll always have this chance. Hello! Yes, hello! Welcome in! Hope you're enjoying the stream so far. Man, as usual, Natsuki places the blame on me. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, then you can probably do it in one trip. Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any. I saw Natsuki and knew I had to join. Yeah, we started her route for the Purist mod, so it'll feel a lot like the base game, but it's not. I wish she would listen to me the way she listens to you. Yeah. I again think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. Purist mod? Yeah, it's a mod that takes Doki Doki Literature Club and turns it into a more traditional visual novel. There are 4 routes, one for each girl, but Monika's route is only unlocked after you've done the other routes. We've done Sayori's route already, and now we're on Natsuki's. Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today. You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Just like that, Natsuki's already about to leave. Basically, instead of everyone dying, you get to actually be with them. I believe so. At the end of Sayori's route, it is heavily implied that the main character plans on marrying Sayori. We saved her, and she's been getting treatment for depression. Spoilers for anyone who hasn't played the mod and missed the earlier 2 streams for it. For Natsuki's route, I don't know how it'll go, but yeah, a lot better than Sayori's route in the base game. No kidding. I know. Yeah, it involves beating up her dad. I assume it has something to do with her dad. I don't know what, but I think some of the dialogue has already been a little bit different. Find Natsuki's abusive dad. Oh, I wonder what mod that is. Just like that, Natsuki is already about to leave. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted? Well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. Bijou Mike on YouTube play a lot of Doki Doki Literature Club mods. Oh yeah, I know about Bijou Mike. He played a lot, didn't he? I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, Natsuki. What you said before about not always having this chance, it doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be, like you wanted. Way too young to know about Doki Doki Literature Club. You were 12, oh my goodness. Good grief, how old was I? For Doki Doki? It's gonna make me feel old. Wasn't it like 2014? Hold on, let me confirm before I say something stupid. No, 2017. Okay. 2017. So it's been almost, oh god, almost 10 years. Well, it does mean I was in high school. unrestricted internet access as a kid, it can be very dangerous. Knowing internet safety would be more important, you know, early on. So learning that and then having access to the internet sounds best, but I'm not sure how it was for you, so. But aside from that, you were around 13? Okay. Probably, like, okay for Doki Doki, but still on the young side. 13 in 2017, yeah. You can come over anytime, okay? I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere, a bit young but not awful. Yeah, not too young, but still a bit young. So hopefully it didn't, like, you know, mess with your head. Do you really mean that? Natsuki looks at me tensely, like she's trying to hide her expression. Some poor kid who was like 7. Yeah, the poor kids who did. Yeah, I want to spend more time with you. Michael, I thought you only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. Didn't mess with you. You were aware of depression and suicide. Okay. Yeah, I was very much aware of it, too. Granted, I was a little older. But yeah, still. No, my favorite, yeah. I get tense anytime, like, anytime I have checked out a new mod for Doki Doki. Because I've played a couple. Well, not like all the way through, but anytime I have played in a mod for Doki Doki, I tense up anytime they use the phrase, gently open the door. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so... Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. Wait, Natsuki! Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. Sayori is just too pure. She did not deserve what happened. Got faked out watching someone doing Yuri's mouth when it said he gently opened the door. Oh no. I feel her fingers gently clutch at the sides of my shirt as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision, along with her slightly parted lips. You were aware of Sayori's fate. Oh no. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breaths against me. It's when Sayori was still alive. Oh boy. Oh no. I felt it for a while now. And then she... Monika? Natsuki suddenly jumps back. Monika? Don't mind me. Monika? Sayori said she was just helping you online. I changed my mind and decided to come over. You get faked out if you go to Sayori's house early. Ah, yeah. I think I know about that. It's when it feels like it's gonna be that scene, but then it's not. Uh, wait. I think this is different. I think we're seeing the difference. Yeah, I think in this mod, if you are doing one of the other routes, I think we're doing one of the routes where, because we're doing Natsuki's route, if we do a route that's not Sayori's, I think Monika steps in to, save her, I think. Anyways, Monika, just know we weren't... Haha, don't worry. Your secret is safe with me. I was just on my way to Sayori's house, since our work for the festival won't get itself done. I really hope Sayori doesn't die, either way. Monika, if she wasn't a murderer. Yeah. Speaking of, Monika, you know, being the way she is, there is a part when you first install the mod where she talks to you before the game even starts. Like, what the hell are you doing? Why am I back? You think you can save everyone? Fine, go ahead and try. It's gonna be worthless. Especially if I'm not actually online. Right, you were going to help her. Anyways, I'm already on my way out, so... Aw, really? I was hoping we could talk at Sayori's. Been a while since it's been just us girls. Yeah, well... Just Monika if she wasn't a murderer. I hope isn't. We'll find out what happens. We can talk at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then, Michael. Anyway, later. Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off, and Monika waves goodbye. It's not technically murder? Yeah, true. And the others are just digital code, but still, yeah. That's Sayori, She's already told you what she's going through, right? I try to open my mouth, but nothing comes out. I was about to ask how she knew, but it's likely that Sayori's told Monika about things. They seem like close friends, after all. Don't worry about it. What? If you're going to go after someone or something, don't do it half-heartedly. So don't worry. I'll take care of things so you can focus on what's ahead of you. Monika gives an enigmatic laugh. Even if you try to save everyone, you can only do it one at a time, huh? I guess even you have your limits. I think that's a callback to the part before the game started. Yeah, she's stepping in to help Sayori. So she's gonna do the same thing when we do Yuri's route later. Or maybe that's how you wanted things. But it hardly matters. I'll handle what you can't. Yeah, it sounds like she's gonna step in. She's gonna help Sayori. It's not like I have much to do anyways. Monika. I don't really know what to say, but thanks. Alright. See you tomorrow at the festival, Michael. With that, Monika gives a wave as she goes towards Sayori's house. Alright. I guess I better go rest for the festival tomorrow. Okay, alarm going off. It's the day of the festival. I hear my alarm clock going off, and while yawning, I stretch my arms out and look at the time. That's not supposed to be this late, is it? I could have sworn I set my alarm clock correctly. I check my phone to see nearly 50 unread messages and a dozen missed calls, all of them from Natsuki. My heart sinks, and I realize I'm about to be there an hour later than I was supposed to. I get ready as quickly as I can and hurry over to the kitchen to grab the cupcakes Natsuki and I baked, hastily stacking 2 trays so I can carry everything. I rush out the door and head heads towards school, anxious about how much this might hurt our club's activity today. Dublin. I rush into the school and head towards the classroom, making sure not to drop the cupcakes. I walk into the room and see a decent number of people already there for the festival. Seriously? I turn to the side and see Natsuki glaring at me as nervous as I was. Sorry, my alarm wasn't set correctly. I hadn't planned on being late, honest. I put the cupcake trays on a nearby table, and people start rushing towards it. Surely that's not the only reason they'd come, right? Well, while you were struggling to figure out how to use basic technology, people have already started arriving and we didn't have any cupcakes. I mean, do you know how hard it is to get people to stick around for something like this when there's no food? I look at my phone again, remembering how many times she tried messaging me. Yeah, I can see you were concerned. I'm really sorry. You tried pretty hard to get a hold of me though. You were really worried about me, huh? I was worried about how our club's activity would turn out, dummy. Sure, I was a little worried about you too, but... Natsuki looks off to the side. Look, it doesn't matter. Hey, got a point. Big event? Legally required to have food. Good food. Yeah. Like, geez. There's no food here? I'm out of here. Walk over a bit closer to Natsuki. We're here now. People are going to eat some of the best cupcakes on the planet while we're going to be enjoying the festival. Getting in the car and leaving, yeah. I promise it'll be good. Sound good? You better not disappoint me then. Natsuki crosses her arms, but I could tell she was still excited, or at the very least interested. That phone! Not so loud. Okay, okay. Thankfully, the poem reading activity wasn't scheduled to happen until later today, so it seems I didn't mess up too badly. The club and I spent a while reading everyone who came in and telling them about our club, but few of them seemed interested. I had yet to mention Sayori. I noticed that a good number of people came in solely for the purpose of taking a cupcake, which I should have expected, I guess. Oh boy. Be very careful about the... Okay, so my stream does have smart detection on. Just be very careful about phrasing some stuff, because it considered that all pretty bad. Yeah. Not gonna punish you for it, just be sure. Just keep an eye on what you say. Don't want to, like, get yourself in trouble. It wasn't the most exciting thing ever, but it wasn't that boring either. After all, I was doing this to help the club. Still only AI, I can't tell the difference. Yeah. Like, I get it, but I'm also not gonna hit allow just in case Twitch doesn't like that. After some more time passed, I hear Monika's voice in the distance. Okay everyone, it's time to read poems. We'll be starting by having our literature club members read their wonderful selections. Sayori, if you wouldn't mind starting us off, Sayori? Right, I'll try my best. She's alive! Monika did step in and save her. To not allow in case someone with actual malice. Yeah. So, that's the only reason I'm not hitting allow. And just letting you know. Phrasing can be bad, and I don't want to have my channel investigated for something that I did not do. Or for allowing something like that, yeah. Sayori looks nervous going up to the podium, but once she actually begins reading, it's clear that she becomes more and more comfortable as the poem goes on. Realize people in this world shouldn't be allowed to cook. To be fair, some people do not belong in the kitchen or any form of cooking. Sometimes people just shouldn't. Yeah, I already read that. Someone baking a ham and they said, let's season it with water. Odd. Once she's finished with her poem, we all clap as Monika starts speaking again. Water. Thank you for that great poem, Sayori. Next up is... Before Monika can finish, Yuri runs up to the podium, tightly clutching her poem. Yeah, Yuri, take it away. Yuri starts reading her poem. There's soon an air of confidence in her voice, showing that she had definitely prepared for this. With Yuri's poem finished, everyone claps again as Monika is ready for the next person to read their poem. Pouring tap water all over a perfectly good hit. What the hell? Next up will be myself. Monika takes out her poem and starts reading. Everyone who came to check out the festival were blown away by her poem. Or maybe it was just her they loved. I mean, she was in the debate club, which means a lot of people already know about her. So there are people who actually like her a lot. Yeah. Nonetheless, it was clear Monika was an expert at this. Public speaking. Well, I hope you enjoyed my poem. Next we'll be having Michael read his poem. Ah, right. I was hoping I'd be able to go last, but it's now or never. Hey everyone! I cough and have to glance over at my poem a few times to make sure I'm ready. Luckily, the awkward silence doesn't last long as I begin reciting. My performance somehow ends up being worse than when I practiced. Most people clap out of pity, but I see Natsuki clapping just a bit harder. To be fair, that was also probably out of pity, but I appreciated the gesture. I step down from the podium and walk over to Natsuki. Why are you so sad? You could have done so much worse. I'm almost surprised you didn't, actually. Yeah, that's true. Wait, you don't have that little faith in me, do you? I'm just saying that you did better than anyone outside this club could have done. Was Natsuki giving me a genuine compliment? Granted, that's not saying a whole lot, but it's better than nothing. Yeah, my ego! Oh. I turn towards Monika as she speaks up again. Last but not least, Natsuki will be reading her poem. Natsuki gets onto the podium and prepares her poem. Of course I'm not least. I'll even prove it. Not that I need to. Natsuki reads her poem, this time being noticeably more enthusiastic than when practicing with the club members. Her writing style shines through as usual, making for an entertaining experience. Once she's done, we all clap, although I drew a bit of attention by clapping a little longer after everyone else stopped. Natsuki gets down from the podium and walks over to me. That was incredible! What did you expect? I thought that would be obvious. But there's no harm in accepting your compliment anyway, so thanks, I guess. Now that the literature club members are done, would anyone else like to... Monika starts, but looks around to see that most people were already leaving. I mean, we kept our attention longer than I thought we would. Yeah, and we had fun, didn't we? I suppose that went well enough. Hey, there's one person that's still here. They take the last cupcake, but yeah. There's another hour before the festival ends, though. Now what? We all brainstormed for a few moments. We could try drawing in more people. Why not? We don't have to give up. Not like we have any more cupcakes, though. I'm sure we can think of some reason for more people to visit. I don't know. To be honest, I don't think it's worth it to keep dragging this out. Don't be so pessimistic, Natsuki. There's always a chance to bring what we're doing in here back to life. I think maybe we could just hang out for a bit. If more people want to come, then they'll come. But it would be a shame to not look at the rest of the festival. That's true. We should try to have some fun while we're here. Well, if everyone else agrees. If you guys want to do that, then I don't think I should be the one to stop you. I'll stay here in case anyone else does come. Monika comes up to me and whispers in my ear. Go with Natsuki. I'll help with Sayori like I said, don't worry. She's cluing us the reader in that despite what she was saying before the game started, she's gonna keep an eye on Sayori and make sure she doesn't do anything while we're doing Natsuki and Yuri's routes. Monika winks and walks away. Wait, is it that obvious? Seeing as there's no reason not to take her advice, I go up to Natsuki. Natsuki, want to check out the rest of the festival with me? Natsuki glances around and sees everyone else looking at us. Well, sure, but only because I have nothing better to do. Natsuki struggles to hide a smile on her face. Sure thing, Natsuki. We walk outside the classroom and try getting through the hallway, which is filled with groups of students. The chaos makes it difficult to tell where we're going, but it doesn't take too long for us to get a grip on things. Eventually, we manage to make it outside the school. There's a lot of stands, most of them carnival games. Anything look interesting to you, Natsuki? I guess I could try one of those games they have at some of those stands. To our left, we see a stand with a game where you have to throw a ball to knock over milk bottles. We walk over and see what I assume is a first year as she places some balls on the counter. You have 3 shots to knock over all of the bottles. Want to give it a try? I turn to Natsuki. Who should go first? You'll probably miss, so I don't mind giving you the chance to have some fun at least trying. That's very nice of her, I think. I pick up a ball and get ready to throw. I take a deep breath and lob the ball at the bottles. 3 out of 9 bottles. Not bad. Natsuki picks up a ball as well. A stern look of concentration envelopes her face as she looks for the best angle to throw from. However, 10 seconds pass and she still hasn't thrown. Natsuki? Everything alright? Shh! I'm concentrating! Natsuki stares at the balls for a few more moments and finally throws. It was a straight, hard throw, which would be more impressive if she didn't not only miss the bottles, but threw the ball so hard that it bounced off the back of the stand and nearly hit one of us. Whoa, be careful. Fine, you can have the last shot. I pick up the last ball and throw, only knocking off one bottle this time. Aw, that's a shame. Thanks for playing, though. Natsuki and I walk away, only to be approached by a third year who looks like he could pass for a door-to-door salesman. How would you like to have your compatibility with each other measured? Excuse me? No, thank you. I try saying no, only for him to drag both us and Natsuki to a small table. Another third year sits at the end opposite of us, as the other third year walks away. Please have a seat. Natsuki and I try to sit down, only to bump into each other, realizing a small problem. There's only one chair for your love measurer thingy. You two have to be close together for this to work, after all. I motion with my hands for Natsuki to take the seat. Now each of you need to hand me your palm. I'd rather leave, thanks. Before Natsuki could try getting up, the third year grabs her palm anyway. I'm pretty sure that's not allowed, but as long as we're stuck doing this, I put out my palm as well. Yes. Wait a moment. If you're already a couple, how am I supposed to measure your compatibility? What? No, it's not like that. You have nothing to be ashamed of, but please do not waste my time. Frustrated, Natsuki gets up and walks away, grabbing my arm and dragging me along in the process. Jeez, the nerve of her. Wait, her! I thought it was a dude! It said door-to-door salesman. I thought it was a dude. Oh no. To be fair, I can see why she'd make that mistake. I'm in shambles. I am in shambles. I completely gave the wrong voice. Yeah, but people shouldn't jump to conclusions like that, even if it's true that... You fool! Natsuki stops mid-sentence. Natsuki? Whatever, let's just get some food, okay? I haven't eaten all day. We head over to a stand that appears to be serving hamburgers. 2 hamburgers, please. Sorry, I spaced. I hand over somebody to the person serving. I don't know what this student is supposed to be. There was no indication of what they are. Unfortunately, we're out of buns for regular hamburgers. We do have some delicious ramen burgers, however. I'm not sure about that. Would you be fine with it, Natsuki? As I turn back to look at the server again, I see our money's already gone. I'm also pretty sure that's not allowed, but it isn't particularly expensive in the first place, so I let it slide. We head over to a nearby table and sit down. The luxury of sitting down for once feels nice, I have to admit. As hectic as these past few days have been, I have to admit they were kind of fun. You're not a terrible baker, so I can give you credit for that. Come on, there's no way they would have turned out as well as they did without you. Yeah, but besides that... I meant what I said yesterday about us hanging out more often, by the way. If you ever want to meet up, just send me a text. I sent you 50 messages earlier and you didn't respond, but I'll keep it in mind. But I got here in the end, didn't I? Well, you're not wrong. I was just scared. Natsuki quickly changes expressions. Don't oversleep next time, okay? Could Natsuki have really been that worried about me when she didn't see me responding to any of her messages? I thought she would have guessed I overslept, but maybe she thinks differently than I'd expect. I'll try. Sorry again for being late. The server comes over to our table and gives us each a burger that has ramen as the buns instead of traditional bread. It actually tastes okay, so I guess I'm at least getting my money's worth. I mean, I'm not going to go and claim this festival as professional in the slightest, but it is a school festival, so I can't complain too much. After talking a bit more, we finish eating and get up again. I'm exhausted. You? Yeah, I'm a bit tired too. Guess we should head home, huh? I think I'd be fine with leaving the festival now. I'm glad I got to spend it with you. I had an okay time too. Better than if I didn't go with you, probably. Somehow we find ourselves staring into each other's eyes. Only for a brief moment, but it happened. Oh, it definitely happened. Yeah, well, see you tomorrow. You too. There, I did it again. I went to the festival, recited my poem, and got to spend time with Natsuki. I'd say today was a success. I hope things can continue to go as well as this did. It's probably more likely to happen if I actually set my alarm clock correctly this time, though. Ooh, yay. Well, at least I set my alarm clock correctly, so that's a decent start for the day. As I'm waking up, I check my phone and see a text from Natsuki. It's from this morning. It appears to be important. Bad news, I'll explain at the literature club. This doesn't sound good. What could have happened? Oh, okay. I arrive at the literature club filled with anxiety. Natsuki is pacing around with her head down, almost as if she's waiting for something. Or maybe someone. Natsuki? She perks up a bit and looks over at me. Michael, what's up? That's what I'd like you to tell me. I pull out my phone from my pocket and show her the message she sent me this morning. Oh, that. Yeah, did you hear? Natsuki looks at me, expecting me to already know what she's referring to. I'm going to assume I haven't. Parfait Girls got cancelled. They had the nerve to stop it at volume 76 too, right before the finale. Ah, that's awful. Oh, dang. Sorry to hear that. Wasn't there supposed to be a movie coming out at some point, though? I wonder what's going to happen with that. Since they put so much time and money into it, plus it's an original story, unlike the anime adaptation, apparently they're still going to release it. Yeah, she's great. Sayuri is my favorite, though. I mean, I'd like to see it at some point, but it's just a movie. The manga is what matters most, and now it's gone. It was cute. Even though I wasn't nearly as big of a fan as Parfait Girls as Natsuki was, it was still sad to hear since Natsuki looked so disappointed. Well, at least you have other series to read, yeah? Yeah, but none of them are Parfait Girls. That's true. Then how about... I paused, trying to think of an idea. This isn't really something that needs to be solved in the first place, but there's no point in backing out now. Why don't you make your own manga? Natsuki glares at me. Very funny. You know, I thought you'd have a bit more sympathy for me. I'd be sorry for you if your favorite manga ended. Sounds like some weird magical girl manga. Based on context clues, it seems more like a slice of life, potential romantic comedy, slice of life romantic comedy, aimed at girls. So I think that's shoujo? But yeah, I think it's more slice of life. Technically. Based on context clues. I'm serious. I'll help you too. Seriously, sometimes you really don't get it. Creating a manga isn't nearly as easy as you're making it sound. Hey, I didn't say it would be easy. We don't have to do it all at once either. As long as we work on it a little at a time, I think it's possible. It doesn't have to be some bestseller either, or something we'd even sell in the first place. Just something we do for fun. Besides, how do you know if it's that tough anyway? Personal experience? Natsuki looks off to the side. That's beside the point. You wouldn't be on your own. Natsuki thinks it over for a few moments. Fine, but only so you'll stop bugging me about it. Alright, where should we start then? Storyboard, maybe. Can you draw, Michael? I'm not terrible at drawing, I guess. I can do a bit of art in real life. Depending on what your definition of terrible is, anyway. Okay, then I'll handle the writing. There's an awkward moment of silence. So, what should our manga be about then? Well, what's your taste in manga anyway? I usually gravitate towards shonen manga, although I'm willing to branch out sometimes. We could probably make this work. You already know that I prefer slice of life manga, but we can figure something out. More silence. Okay, maybe this is going to be harder than I imagined. The best writing material comes from real life, right? So why not draw inspiration from there? I have no idea what I'm saying, now that I think about it. Yeah, but what inspiration am I supposed to get from there? My life's pretty boring anyway. Okay. I think I missed it about an hour ago, but for Twitch, ads have started. Gonna take a short break from the reading while the ads play. If you're on YouTube, I don't think there's ads. I don't know how it works. Because I don't make money from YouTube at all yet. So it's not like I can decide when or even if there's ads. Okay. So, since we're on this little break, you guys come here often. So the reason why the stream was an hour late, as I said, I was doing stuff. I went out with family to this place to get some stuff. We got things for the house. Like I got a divider for like paper stuff that I have. But we also gave someone a ride that needed it. They ended up a little bit stranded, so we helped them out. That's why I ended up an hour late. Taking care of that stuff, helping someone out as well. But, yeah, it's only an hour late. We're doing alright. And considering it's a lot of reading today, it's totally fine that the stream's an hour shorter because it's already so much reading. I'm gonna tire my voice out. My vocal cords. My poor vocal cords. Alright, there's just under a minute before the ads on Twitch are over. So, yay. Okay. Good thing I grabbed water because otherwise I would not be surviving this particular stream. I mean, technically I would survive, but my throat would be sore by the end of it. And then I wouldn't really want to talk the rest of the day. Alright. And the ads are over. I've already read that. Why not make our manga about this literature club? But this literature club is boring too. I hear Monika's disappointed voice in the distance. Oh, thanks. But we don't have any other ideas either, so... I'm still not sure how good this idea is, but I hope it sticks. Alright, we need a title. Any ideas? How about we name it the Doki Doki Literature Club? That title was painfully cheesy, but I was the last person to ask for advice on a slice of life story. Are you kidding me? This isn't some kind of romance novel. What was on your mind to come up with that anyway? Metagaming. Hey, I made it up on the spot. I never said my ideas would be good. I hear snickering coming from somewhere else in the room. See? Even Monika's laughing at it. Wait, Monika's been here for a bit, and I don't think Natsuki's even registering that Monika came in. But hey, if you want romance elements in it that badly... I didn't actually want any romance involved. Too late, you were the one who suggested it. Natsuki was clearly having fun messing with me. But for real, what will our characters be named? We're basing this off our literature club, aren't we? Maybe reverse everyone's names or something like Ikistan, Akinome, Iri, and Iroyaz. What kind of names are these? Come on, you can at least try to make this good. Take this more seriously. Lee Kim. She reversed my name. To be fair, I guess my name backwards doesn't sound too great. No. You're working on a manga? I turn around and see Yuri pass by. Although manga is not one of my interests, I do excel at writing, you know. Maybe I could help. Natsuki interrupts her. That won't be necessary, thanks. Yuri quietly walks away, slightly offended. What was that for? We don't need any distractions while working on this. Distractions? What are you talking about? Yuri, I don't need you paying any attention to her. Are you jealous of her, Natsuki? I could see Natsuki clenching her fists a bit, and then taking a deep breath. No. So there'd be no issue adding Yuri to the team, right? I wouldn't go that far. I clearly wasn't going to get anywhere with this, so I decided to drop the subject. You're the boss, Natsuki, so if you feel that strongly... I just feel kind of insecure sometimes. Natsuki's openly admitting something like that? That's weird. Attention all students. We've read our eyes to the speaker from this... to the speaker of the school's PA systems. Due to the technical issues that have arisen from the festival yesterday, school will be closed tomorrow. Wait, so did they finally notice the damage the pyrotechnics did? Or was it because of the wall that was broken down due to the bullfighting match? Bullfighting? Huh. Well, I guess there's no school tomorrow then. I should probably think of something else to do in that case. Natsuki looks like she's deep in thought about something. Michael, I need to go shopping for food tomorrow. Wanna come? Huh? Are you asking me on... Natsuki reacts quickly. I need help shopping, that's all. I'm pretty sure you don't need a second person to go grocery shopping, but whatever. Yes, technically, a second person may be needed. Person A could be disabled, and is physically incapable of carrying all the groceries. I know this from experience. I am not the disabled person in question, but I am disabled. In a way. For me, it's mental. I'm pretty sure you don't need a second person to go grocery shopping. I've read that. I think I'm free then, but let me check my schedule. I looked through my phone and checked what I was doing for the rest of the week to make sure I was able to go. You don't have plans with anyone, do you? Not that I know of. Good. I think I figured it out. Natsuki seems to get jealous easily, but I just wish she knew she doesn't have to do that. What's she so scared of anyway? Tomorrow then? Yep. Now let's get back to this manga. Yeah, where were we again? An hour passes and we're feeling good about what we've accomplished. We've gotten pretty far with this, right? Well, last time I checked, we've finished 1 page. I could have sworn we did more than that. Nope, all we did was the title page. Natsuki holds up the page I drew. It featured poorly drawn versions of the literature club members, and myself, all in dramatic poses. At the top was our title, The Literature Club Friends. It hasn't been colored in yet either. Man, this is never going to work. Sayori walks by. What's this? A mistake. It's this dumb manga project we were working on. I think it looks great. You don't have to sugarcoat everything, Sayori. I'm serious, you guys did your best and that's what matters. What's important is that your style and feelings go into what you make. A manga with perfect writing and art might be nice, but if it's soulless, then what's the point? Well, I guess you aren't wrong. If there's something I could give advice on, it'd be the title. It's a bit generic, yeah. How about... Sayori pauses, but struggles to come up with anything. For a second, I thought she was going to say the one from earlier. Let's work on the title another time. Monika walks by. Actually, you're going to have to work on the manga another time, period. It's time to go, after all. What? We were only getting started. After Natsuki objects, she puts her head down. Yeah, can't we stay a bit longer? Well, you technically could, but why not stay place a bit cozier. You're working on a romance novel, right? Natsuki quickly interjects. No, and we don't need to work somewhere cozy. We could work on it in a prison cell and it'd be fine. Whatever you say. Monika winks as she walks out the door with Sayori. Natsuki glances at the rest of the room and sees that nobody else is here anymore. Alright, let's go to your house. Wait, what? To work on the manga, duh! Come on, before it's too late. Natsuki pulls me by the arm out of the classroom. Turns out we were going to keep working after all. Before I know it, we're in my house. Okay, let's get back to work then. Actually, I'm kind of out of ideas. Then what the heck are we here for? To think, how else will we get ideas for the manga? Besides, I can't let you sit alone and do nothing but watch anime on a tiny computer screen for the rest of the day like some neat. What do you suggest we do then? You wouldn't be a neat if you watched anime with more than one person, so why not start with that? Huh? Didn't know you watched anime? It'd be fair to assume though, since reading manga and watching anime kind of go hand in hand. That's right, and I'll have you know my taste in anime is as good as my taste in manga. In that case, I'll let you decide what we should watch. Perfect, because I chose just the thing to help us draw inspiration for our manga. Is this even still about our manga? After taking a few seconds to search through her backpack, Natsuki pulls out a set of Blu-ray DVDs. I take a moment and I think I recognize the cover. The Parfait Girls anime? More importantly, you brought that with you to school? Sure. In most cases, I'd recommend to read the manga, but you've already read a lot of it, so it's nice to see the subtle differences that are in the anime. Plus, it's more Parfait Girls. The anime doesn't have any filler episodes either. If that's what you want to watch, then let's do it. I'll go set it up. The rest of that afternoon was a lot of fun. I don't think we ever actually worked on the manga at any point, but that's fine. The Parfait Girls anime was good, actually. It was interesting to see the nuances in this version, and it was something even I could appreciate. Crap, I just realized it's time for me to go now. Natsuki gets off of the beanbag we sat on while watching our show and rushes to pick up all her stuff. I wish I could stay longer, but we still have school tomorrow. We still have tomorrow, don't we? Ugh. Yeah, I'll see you then. Natsuki waves as she walks out of my room, only for her backpack to get caught by the doorknob, causing her to trip. I'm fine. Natsuki gets up and is soon out of my house, as I'm left with a satisfied smile on my face. It would be nice if I could keep goofing off with Natsuki, not having to worry about the burdens of life. It would be nice if both of us could. I wake up to the sound of my alarm clock beeping. I forgot to disable it yesterday since there's no school right now, but it did remind me about how I was going to spend time with Natsuki today. Putting things into perspective though, this would likely be a smoother process if I hadn't forgotten to ask her when we were actually going. I pick up my phone and text Natsuki, asking when she wanted to get there, and almost immediately she messages me back. How about now? This feels a little early by my standards, but I'd probably get anxious waiting anyway. I text back saying that would be fine and proceed to try to make myself look at least slightly presentable. A little bit later, I hear a knock at my door. I open it up and see Natsuki standing there, looking slightly impatient but also happy to see me. So, are you ready or what? I'm guessing that you're ready, so that means I'm ready too. Alright, I'm hoping you're not too slow when helping me with this, by the way. Well, I'll try my best. I've gone grocery shopping plenty of times, so it's not like there's going to be any issue, but for all I know, Natsuki could be some pro grocery shopper or something, if that exists. We arrive at a large supermarket that I don't think I've ever been to. There's large crowds scrambling around, which makes it slightly difficult to see where everything is. Well, we've got a lot of time, but not that much time. We walk further inside, and I wait on Natsuki to tell me the details of this trip. We're in Keio's Supermarket, a large store that should have everything we need for now. Interesting, I've never heard of this place. Anything special about it? What's great about this store are the low prices on mostly everything, which makes this place the obvious pick. You should start coming here too, you know, unless you have bad taste in grocery stores or something. I didn't know that it was possible to have bad taste in places to shop for food, but I do now. What are we going to be buying anyway? Cupcake supplies, duh. It's important to always be stocked up on ingredients. That's fair. Where do we start? First up is flour. Follow me. It's just a few aisles away. Wouldn't it be more convenient if we split up to get more done instead? Natsuki freezes. Nah, we're fine like this. Whatever you say, Natsuki. We head over to the flour and sugar section, and Natsuki looks through the flowers. There are many of the same kind, but each are different brands. I noticed that Natsuki is taking a while to pick something out. I don't think the brand is going to affect the taste too much. It's not about the brand. Price is the most important thing here. You have to check the size of each bag and compare it to how much it costs versus other sizes. Stuff like 3-4 pound bags of flour being cheaper overall than a single 10-pound bag, you mean? Basically, it's a long process, and even though we should have enough time to do this, you have to be very careful. I see. I didn't realize you were so thorough with this kind of stuff. Well, if you can save money, then why wouldn't you, right? Natsuki does bring up a good point. I never really paid attention to those kinds of things when shopping. Well, that, and I hated doing math. A few moments later, Natsuki picks out a bag of flour. Here, hold this. Without giving me time to react, she throws the bag at me, and I barely catch it as she looks at her shopping list again. It would have been faster for her to just put the flour in the shopping cart we took before coming in, but I guess she must have been in too much of a rush to think straight. Okay, next up are eggs. We move over to the aisle that has all the egg cartons. As Natsuki is picking which kind to buy again, I decide to strike up a conversation. Are you making these cupcakes for an event or something? That part's not important, trust me. I don't know. If it's not important, I don't think there'd be an issue with telling me. If you're making it for someone, I can keep a secret. I'm sure you'll find out soon enough anyway. Shouldn't you be helping me right now or something? I really have no idea what I'm supposed to be helping with in the first place. I'd like to sigh, but it's not as if I haven't gotten used to Natsuki's occasional moments of bizarre logic. I wouldn't mind doing that, but I don't know how I'm supposed to help. See what's next on the list, maybe? I think it's in the shopping cart. As Natsuki mentioned, I find the list while peering into the cart. Next up should be butter. Alright, then let's get going. Natsuki finds the perfect carton of eggs to put into the cart, and we continue our trip once more. I was wondering, Natsuki, want me to help you bake cupcakes once we're done with all this? Natsuki looks off to the side and then back at me. Normally I would, but... Yeah? I'll just say that this is a special occasion. Oh, I see. I quiet down as I wonder what that's supposed to mean. They're for him! This whole thing felt a bit strange to me. Was it a date or was it not? Maybe I'm misinterpreting things, but at the same time I'd be lying if I said I didn't like spending more time with Natsuki. Maybe one day I could ask her out on an actual date. You know, actually call it a date, and have us specifically refer to it as a date. But I don't think I'd ever have the courage to do that, so I may as well forget it for now. Our shopping trip continued until we had all the supplies we needed and headed to the self-checkout stand. I noticed that Natsuki pulls out a membership card for this place, so she must be even more of a regular than I thought. Right, how much is that for all this? It should be... Oh wow, that's a new record! New record? Yeah, I'd like to see how cheap I could get this stuff for, not counting coupons, of course. You know, that's cheap enough that I wouldn't mind paying for it. I have enough money on me, I think. Natsuki looks a bit nervous. You don't have to do that. Actually, if you seriously want to, then sure. Of course, I don't mind. Natsuki smiles for a moment. Thanks, but remember that you volunteered, so I'm not paying you back. After we get everything together, we walk out while carrying a few grocery bags. Well, I'm certainly not an expert on shopping for food, but I have to admit, this was fun. It's usually boring, but it was nice to have someone come along. I guess I have you to thank for that. Yeah. There was an awkward silence. I had the urge to say something, but I couldn't figure out what entirely it was. Natsuki. Yeah? Nope, I can't do this. Good luck baking those cupcakes. Of course. And, Natsuki also struggled to get out whatever she was trying to say. Good luck with whatever you usually do. What was I supposed to say here? Thanks. Thanks? That was it? You know, one day I'll confess my feelings, or maybe Natsuki will beat me to it, if she even has feelings strong enough to overcome her pride. But regardless of what happens, I'll be there for her. I sit on my bed at home, trying to put things into perspective. It hasn't been that long since I joined the literature club, but it's still been long enough. Long enough for me to feel that I have a connection with the club members and, most importantly, Natsuki. When Sayori first asked me to join the club, I didn't think it would lead to this. Sure, I've had feelings for girls in the past, but I don't think they've been as strong as they are when I'm with Natsuki. She can be difficult to get through to, yeah, but there's still genuine kindness to her underneath all her insecurities. And hey, it's good when a girl I like shares my interest in manga. Thinking about it, it's interesting how manga has gotten us closer to each other too. Not only reading it together, but when we tried making our own manga yesterday as well. It doesn't matter that we barely got anywhere. She was clearly enjoying herself and so was I. I don't know what has been coming over me, but I pick up my phone. Without thinking, I text a message to Natsuki. Good night. I feel incredibly embarrassed after doing so too. Do friends even do that? It's not like we're in a relationship. What was I thinking? Expecting the worst, I soon get a response from Natsuki. You too. My mind is put at ease, but then I'm wondering other things too. If I were to confess, what would I even say? When would it happen? Would something happen that would push me to say it? Barely know anything at this point. All I know is that tomorrow's a new day and I get to enjoy spending time with Natsuki and hopefully she enjoys spending time with me. Man, did I even get any sleep last night? It's hard for me to tell with how tired I am. In the end, it doesn't really matter. Another day means another session with the literature club. Although that's not to say that's a bad thing. Which reminds me, I wonder how Natsuki is doing. I mean, things were a bit awkward after we left the grocery store. No, that's the wrong way to think of things. If I keep getting nervous about this, I'm not going to get anywhere. In the end, what's going to happen will happen. For now, I just need to live my life the way I normally do. And so I turn off my alarm clock and get ready to go to school. With another dull day of classes over, did I ever mention that I hate French class? I head over to the literature club. I walk into the room and see all the members doing their own thing. The exception is Natsuki, who is sitting with her head down at a desk. It's possible that she's asleep, but it's hard to tell. Hey Michael, good to see you came. After greeting Monika, Yuri, and Sayori, I walk over to Natsuki. Natsuki, you awake? Natsuki slowly rubs her eyes after realizing it was my voice she heard. Her head perks up. I like to think she perked up because it was my voice specifically, but I'm jumping to conclusions at this point. Ugh, it's about time you showed up. Natsuki stretches her arms and yawns. Did you get much sleep last night? Oh, did you not get much sleep last night? I guess you could say that. Was something keeping you up then? I had been thinking of something a lot, yeah. Nothing to do with you or anything like that, dummy. Yeah, same here. Huh? I probably could have worded that better. Oh, it's nothing. I had trouble sleeping last night too. Yeah. Either we were both tired or we were both flustered, because it was clear that we had been confused by what was going on, yet didn't question it. Maybe it was both. I didn't know for sure that things had felt different lately. So what should we do today? Natsuki yawns again and closes her eyes. There's always manga. I'd like it if you'd read to me, actually. Natsuki quickly opens her eyes, realizing how strange it is for her to say something like that. I didn't mean it like that. I'm just super tired, okay? It feels strange to see a side of Natsuki that's this calm, like her tense attitude is worn off. That has to be the effect of not getting enough sleep it has on some people. We spent some time reading manga together. Although Natsuki asked me to read to her because she was tired, she went back to being her usual self pretty soon. Okay, everyone. We all turned towards Monika. Since it's been a while since we've held an event, I was thinking of things we could do. We participated in the school festival only a few days ago, though. As I was saying, I decided that we should do something nice and simple to help us get to know each other better. As long as it's not something stupid like... Natsuki's interrupted. That's right, we're doing show and tell. Show and tell. Show and tell? You mean that thing where you bring an item and tell people about it? Isn't that like something only little kids do though? Yeah, but it still holds a lot of value. For one thing, it's good for improving our public speaking skills. Not that you guys did a bad job at the festival, but there's always room for improvement. It'll also help us get to know each other better, especially you, Michael, since you haven't been part of the club for that long. True. This is embarrassing. Couldn't you have picked something less terrible? Just because half the people here act like kids doesn't mean we have to treat them like it. I'll admit, I was running out of ideas for events and this was the last one I could think of, but still. Do you have any event ideas that come to mind, Natsuki? Natsuki stops to think. Well... Come on, Yuri. You shouldn't put someone on the spot like that. It seems like this was my time to step in. Why don't we write poems together? We already do that. That's the point of the club, Michael. Oh yeah. Actually, I have a potential suggestion. Go ahead, Yuri. We can write all our names down on separate slips of paper and draw them out of a hat. The name that gets picked decides on an activity that they enjoy. For example, if Natsuki's name is picked, we could all read manga together. This would encourage us to broaden our interests while ensuring that the selection process is completely fair. Well, what does everyone else think? Sounds good to me. It might work, but don't expect me to show up if it's something dumb. I'll jack you there then. How about we do the raffle now and sort out the details later? I agree. I will set it up. Yuri writes down everyone's names and then comes up to us with a request. We'll need something along the lines of a hat to put these in. I have a cat beanie if that'll work. Natsuki grabs a beanie out of her backpack. It has the design of a cutely drawn gray cat, which is something I'd expect from her at this point. It's your beanie, so you should probably draw the names, Natsuki. In a few moments, the drawing is already over. Natsuki looks at the paper that was drawn and reads it. Michael. Wait, me? Yes, you. I didn't expect to win the raffle, honestly. It was only a 1 in 5 chance after all, but I guess it's all on me now. So, what event do you have in mind? Notice how all 3 things are things Natsuki likes. Granted, 2 of those are things that I also like. What I choose for an activity. Should we study both Natsuki and I would enjoy though? Something that you and Natsuki enjoy, but what about everyone else? What to do. If I do this, what about baking cupcakes? Natsuki looks shocked. You know how to bake? Sari whispers into my ear. There's better ways to get her attention. Okay, yeah. Okay, different. Because we're trying to get the best ending possible. How about we read some manga? Manga isn't my preferred form of reading, but I'd be fine with it nonetheless. I'd be up for it, but you probably already knew that. How's it going to work though? Will we all read from the same book? Might be a bit cramped if we do that. Oh. Hold on. How will they react to anime? Why don't we all watch some anime? That idea isn't half bad, actually. Our school has an AV room, so they probably have a projector we can borrow. It's settled then. I'll go there and see if they have something we can use. What are you going to choose for us to watch then, Michael? I hope it's something good. Come on, you already know I have good taste. Hey, that's still up for debate. I'll pick something good, I promise. I take a deep breath and prepare to say something clever. It's not about the anime anyway. What's important is spending time with you. And the rest of the club, I mean. Well, I thought it was halfway clever, at least. Natsuki doesn't look convinced, though. Yeah, the club. But we're getting off topic anyway. Wait, since Monika said she's going now, does that mean we're doing it today? Right now, actually. I turn around and see Monika by the clubroom door. It only takes a few minutes, but Monika and Yuri return with the laptop and projector and get it set up. In the meantime, Sayori, Natsuki, and I push a few desks around so we can sit on the floor and have a clear view of the screen. Alright, that's the last desk. Oh. I was hoping to sit down next to Natsuki, but I see that Yuri and Sayori are already sitting down next to her. Coming up with an excuse on the spot, I try to figure out a way to get Natsuki over here. Natsuki, over here. There's a glare over there, so it'd be better if you came over to this side. That is blatantly obvious, dude. Well, granted, there wasn't actually any glare, but... Anyway, I'm only doing this because of the glare, so don't get any ideas. An hour passes as we all sit and watch a variety of anime. Natsuki and I are the only ones invested, but the others look like they're still having fun, so I'd consider that a success. At least it would have ended normally until I looked over at Natsuki and realized I subconsciously made a giant mistake. I mutter under my breath. Crap. It's nothing. Did I actually put my arm around her, with everyone else watching too? This is unbelievably awkward. Trying to be as stealthy as I can, I slowly move my arm away off of her shoulder. Keep it there. In front of everyone? Huh? I was cold anyway. Right. Yeah, totally. That's a justified reason for keeping an arm, sure. I have no idea what happened there, but afterwards the rest of the day seemed to vanish. I definitely had fun the whole way through. I can't wait for tomorrow. I don't know. That might have been the best option. Life's looking brighter than ever. I don't think anything could bring it down at this point. Family drama with Natsuki. I feel really happy today. Maybe it's because of Natsuki, or maybe it's not. But man, I haven't felt this good in a long time. Luckily, life has a way of making sure that happiness doesn't last, as I find a concerning message on my phone this morning from Natsuki. I need to talk to you about something. This wasn't Natsuki's usual texting style filled with emoticons or emojis. Instead, it gave off a much more serious tone. Granted, that didn't mean it was anything bad. It might not even be anything important at all. But just the thought of what that message could mean scared me. If earlier I felt like nothing could bring me down, now I feel like I've been brought back to reality. I respond, asking her what's going on. Several minutes pass until I get a response. It's nothing. Never mind. There's no way that it was nothing. I suspect that there's definitely something going on, but if Natsuki doesn't want to tell me, then that's that. It's none of my business, right? But I wish it was. I wish I could help. All I can do for now, though, is to respect her wishes. Of course, I'm probably going to look way too deep into this anyway. I walk into the literature club and see the familiar scene that I always do. Sayori and Monika are working on poems, Yuri's reading a book in the corner of the room, and Natsuki is sitting alone at a desk. I walk over to Natsuki and sit down next to her. Hi. Natsuki speaks in a monotone voice. Hey. Think we should read some manga? Whatever you want. Earlier I said this was none of my business, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't at least curious. I still need to respect her feelings though, so for now, we'll keep reading manga and see if what's going on with her becomes relevant. I don't know. Going over to the closet, I search for the next volume of Parfait Girls. Once I find it, I go back to the desk. Parfait Girls again? Well, the beginning of this particular arc has been pretty mediocre, but who's to say it doesn't get better over time? Me. I've read the full arc. It doesn't get better over time. Read it to me anyway, okay? Are you tired again or something? That's one thing, yeah. I just don't feel like myself today. I'm always willing to help if you need it, you know. We'll see about that. We'll see about that? What's that supposed to mean? I mean, I'd like to think I'm a fairly reliable guy. Was I misinterpreting her statement? Come on, read already. Yeah, of course. Well, that ended up being a day. Then it was back at my house, as anxious as usual. Before I knew it, it was the next morning. Another text came from Natsuki, this one worrying me even more. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it? What am I not supposed to worry about? Saying that makes me even more worried. For what reason, though? I don't know much about Natsuki when it comes down to it. I know she doesn't live a perfect life, but none of us do. Am I getting this nervous for nothing? Will any of this matter in a month or even a week? As things are, I'll continue to stay by Natsuki's side. There's nothing else that would make me happy. If I could continue to be able to do that, at least. I'm back at the literature club and go up to Natsuki, who is once again sitting alone at a desk. What's up? Nothing. I doubt it's truly nothing, though. She seems more distant than usual. Like I said before, just remember that if you want to talk to me, I'm here for you. Sure. I read manga to her again, but she didn't seem to be enjoying it nearly as much. But hey, not much else I can do, right? Another day passed, leading to another morning and another text. I said not to worry about it. This confirmed my suspicions about there being something major going on. I don't know what it is, though, and I doubt I'll be able to easily find it. The rest of the day involved Natsuki giving me the cold shoulder, though, so that's starting to become consistent. Things repeated like this for several days. Natsuki continued to get colder and colder towards me, until one day. One day things were different. I wake up and check my phone as usual, and I get a message from Natsuki. This one worries me the most, because it feels like this past week had been leading up to something and I was finally about to find out whatever it was. We need to get something straight. The literature club after everyone's left will work fine. Oh. And here I am, at the literature club. Before I can grab any manga, Natsuki tells me not to bother. Run the ones with her dad. Oh boy. And here I am at the literature club. Before I could grab any manga, Natsuki tells me not to bother. So we sat there together, both bored yet nervous at the same time. Here's not from where the blood flows. Unaware of what today would lead to, Natsuki knew much more than I did, though. Few hours feel like they've passed before Natsuki decides to look around. Okay, everyone's gone. What was he wanted to tell me? Where do I start? I'm so confused by everything. I keep trying to figure out if I'm making the right choices, or if even discussing this with you is a good idea. Thinking about it, it's not a good idea. Why did I even send that text to you? Why did I think making decisions at 2 a.m. was okay to do? Whatever, it doesn't matter. All I have to say now is... Natsuki anxiously twiddles her thumbs for a moment and then slams her hands on the desk, startling me. What's wrong with you? Huh? I thought you would have left, so why are you still here? What are you talking about? We're friends, aren't we? I was so cold to you. I tried scaring you off. I tried to retreat and be by myself. Why didn't it work? Why haven't you left me yet? As mean as I can be, even I can't get much crueler. Natsuki, I figured it out. Not what Natsuki had been intending or anything like that. No, I can worry about that later. I finally figured out when it was the time for that. I realized that this was the moment. Because if not now, then when? I have to say this. Because I want to be there for you. Because I want you to be able to trust me. Because no matter what, I want to always help. I take a deep breath. Most important of all though, because I like you. A lot. Natsuki is stunned. She stands there for several moments until tears begin to roll down her face. You can't make this easy for me, can you? Dang it, I like you too, but that's not the point. I can't keep living like this. Natsuki bursts into tears and hugs me. Things are happening so fast yet I don't have time to think. Like I said, I'll always be there for you. That's a promise, Natsuki. Natsuki's words come out in between her sobs. I don't get it. What did I do to deserve to have someone be this nice to me? Deep breaths, Natsuki. It'll be okay. And I'll make sure of that. Time felt like it had froze, except for Sayori, who I had to shoo away when she walked by anyway. That'll probably come up later, but I don't particularly care at the moment. And Sayori. Suddenly Sayori. All I care about right now is comforting Natsuki. You can trust me, Natsuki. I don't know what your life is like right now, but I can say with absolute certainty that you can trust me. Natsuki tries to speak, but is so exhausted that no words come out of her mouth. Just relax. And she does. She relaxes so much she falls asleep, still in my arms. Well, It was a nice feeling, but I did eventually get a bit tired of standing up. Alright, Natsuki. Natsuki slowly wakes up and yawns. Huh? What happened? You passed the fuck out. Nothing happened. You had a bad day and needed to let it all out. That's all. I was serious though. I do have feelings for you, but it's complicated. Yeah. I scribbled my brain to think of an idea. The weekend's almost here, so maybe there's no school tomorrow. So I've got an idea. You don't have to agree to it, but I think you should. Let's have a day where we forget all about all the bad things. We could go somewhere to eat, for example. It doesn't have to be called a date either. Just a relaxation day. Does that sound good to you? Natsuki briefly smiles. Sure. Then it's settled. I'll text you the details, okay? Got it. I'll be looking forward to it, I guess. Natsuki starts walking out of the classroom. And, thank you. Anytime. Soon after that, I slowly walk home. Yet only when I'm laying in bed do things really sink in. Seriously, I confessed to Natsuki. I actually did it, and she said she liked me back too. Holy crap, I had my suspicions, sure, but to actually hear the words, the feeling is incredible. She did say that things were complicated. I don't really know what that means, but for now it doesn't matter. All I'm thinking about is tomorrow, and that it'll be the best day ever. As for what happens after tomorrow, that doesn't matter to me. Well, it will matter to you. I don't want to worry about that yet. What matters to me are my feelings now. One day, separated from everything else, a day of peace, a day that felt like filler in our lives. That day was today. There was plenty of time until me and Natsuki were supposed to go to dinner, though. Until then, I messaged her about a variety of dumb stuff. She gushed about her favorite anime, and I gushed about mine, that sort of thing. It felt good to just talk like this, and before I knew it, it was already almost 7 p.m. It's not long until I hear a knock at the door and open it up to see Natsuki, who looks happy for the first time in a while. I'm guessing you're ready then? Yep. And so it begins. We head off to the restaurant I picked. It was a pretty fancy choice, or at least a place that I would never normally go to. But this is a special occasion, isn't it? I don't mind stepping out of my comfort zone sometimes. We walk into the front doors of the restaurant and I go up to the host behind the counter. I believe I called yesterday for a reservation for 2? Of course, sir. Natsuki smirks. Sir? I think it fits me quite well, personally. Whatever, sir. Ahem. First name? Michael. Last name? We're just gonna glance over that? Right. Yeah, we're just gonna glance over it. After we're led towards our table, we each sit down and look at the menus in front of us. Excuse me? I look up for my menu. What's wrong? They gave me a freaking kids menu. For real? Yeah, can you believe it? Natsuki shows me her menu, which does turn out to be a kids menu. To be fair, it's not that unlikely for them to have made that mistake. Still though, I'm small, yeah, but that's it. Small. I'm not 12 anymore. I don't need a stupid kids menu. An employee walking by notices something going on and she quickly walks over. Something the matter? Yeah, I'm not a kid anymore, so what's up with this kids menu? Yup. Ha. It's not a big deal, but please get her another menu. I see, one moment then. The employee walks off. I'm just saying. Natsuki, just because I'm short doesn't mean anything. Short adults exist, you know, and some of them are probably hot too. They don't look as good as me, of course, but still. After a sign, I look around and see a few people starting to stare at us. I totally agree. Please try not to draw too much attention to us, though. Natsuki sits back, crosses her arms and pouts. It's the truth, though. I look around and see the employee walking back to us. Here you are, madam. I raise an eyebrow as the employee walks away. And you joked about me being called sir. At least I deserve my title. Well, who am I to say otherwise? We should probably start looking at our menus now, though. We both glance over our menus. I try to look at Natsuki's facial expression and see what I think is a gasp behind that menu. It's that expensive? This has got to be a typo. Nope, it's an upper-class restaurant with upper-class prices. Michael, what were you thinking? It's one thing that I can't pay for this, but I can't make you spend this much money either. What the fuck? Yeah, I know, right? Also, welcome in. Why not? It wouldn't feel right. Hey, it's my money. I've got enough of it too, so what else am I going to spend it on? That was a lie. This ain't normal. No, it's not. It's modded. This is the purest mod. I did not include that in the stream title. Would have been better if I did. But it is... I have mentioned it in like Twitter posts already. That was a lie. I'm close to being broke, but it sounded good at the time, so I said it anyway. Regardless, I slowly lean in closer. Besides, you're worth it. Natsuki gets flustered and seems to forget how to respond. It just caught you off guard. Yeah. It's the purest mod, so it just makes it like a normal visual novel with a route for each girl. Monika's route is only unlocked after completing the other 3. We've done Sayori, we're on Natsuki, so Yuri will be last before Monika. I'll find some way to get my money's worth. Maybe I can feed you, since memories are more valuable than money alone and all that. Natsuki looks even more stunned. What? Come on, I was kidding. Unless you want me to feed you. That ain't fun, though. What the heck? Since when was I this confident? Since when did I even use... How would you know you used that in speech, though? Fine. If you want me to hurry up and order something that badly, then I will. The trauma makes DDLC fun. Yeah, kinda. Natsuki pulls up her menu again, but before she does, I quickly catch a smile on her face. I guess I can't have messed up that badly then. After we're done ordering our dishes, we have a moment to ourselves. Nice place, eh? It was the fanciest restaurant I could find. That doesn't mean it's okay for them to rip you off. I ordered the cheapest thing on the menu, by the way, so you're welcome for that. Like I said, you're worth it. I wanted to choose something nice, with memorable food. Unless their food is memorable for the wrong reasons. You still seem tense. I put out my hand close to hers. May I? She nods her head as we proceed to hold hands. Forget about everything else for now and enjoy the moment. You're not so bad at this romance thing after all. Not that it matters. We already said this wasn't a date anyway. This moment was perfection. Your order? Never mind. Thanks. The employee behind me walks around the table delivering each of our meals to us. Enjoy. The employee walks away as we're about to dig into our food. I ordered fried lobster while Natsuki ordered macaroni and cheese. You gotta admit that this has been fun, hasn't it? Yeah, it's nice to get away from life sometimes. Although I will say that this mac and cheese... Natsuki takes a bite of her meal. Meh. Imagine you work at a fancy restaurant. You're paid really well. The chef does an amazing job. You serve a customer. You happen to listen in, and they just go, "It's meh." The plate of pasta is exquisite. There's the perfect amount of cheese, both melted and shredded. Well, maybe. I don't actually know. Frankly, it just looks like your average dish of mac and cheese to me. That's quite the mac and cheese, huh? I'll share some of my food with you if you like. Nah, I'm not a fan of lobster. Natsuki plays with her fingers and says something in a quiet voice. But, thanks for offering. Man, it feels good. I feel like I've finally gotten through to her, which is all I wanted. Once we finish our meal, I write a check and get ready to leave. I notice Natsuki looking shyly at me. We should do this again sometime. I'll think about it. It's more assuring than an outright no, I guess. Thanks for everything, Michael. I really enjoyed being with you. Me too, Natsuki. I'll see you at school in a few days then. Yep. We stare into each other's eyes for a brief moment, only for both of us to quickly look away once we realize what we're doing. Why does this feel familiar? Yeah, later. Bye. And that was the end of the most calming day I've had in a long time. After today's success, I sit on my bed and decide to think about it. Speaking of the trauma bit, we did save Sayori from, resulting in gently opening the door. After, yeah, I sit on my bed, decide to think about it. So many things could have gone wrong today, but they didn't. Today felt like pure bliss. It feels wonderful to have a day that I can look back on like this. When I look back at a lot of my memories, for example, they might seem happy, but only during that moment. The rest of the day could have been awful. But today was great from start to finish. I hope that things continue to stay like this. They probably won't though, but that's something I'll deal with tomorrow if it comes up. For now though, it's time to sleep. Whenever I'd wake up and check my phone, it was usually to see if I received any texts from people in general. Now though, it's to see if I've been messaged from Natsuki. I think it's interesting how things change over time. She didn't message me this morning, by the way, which is fair seeing as I didn't message her this morning either, although it's not like she's obligated to message me in the first place. I don't think she's messaged me this whole weekend, actually. Regardless, since the weekend is over now and there's school today, I'm heading off there. Eventually, I arrive at the literature club. I expect to see the same sight as usual, but it's a bit different this time, as Natsuki is nowhere to be seen. Curious and slightly worried, I ask the other members if they know anything. So, Monika, do you know where Natsuki is? I don't think so. Anything you need? No, it's nothing. It wasn't actually nothing, of course. Have you seen Natsuki, Sayori? No, I thought you'd know where she was after all. Well, what happened a few days ago. I sigh. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Guess that leaves Yuri, although I don't expect to get anything from her. Yuri, have you seen Natsuki anywhere? I don't believe so. Annoyed, I walk away only to notice Natsuki walking in. Natsuki, I almost thought you weren't going to be here today. I needed some time myself. Ah, I see. Should we read some manga now? No. Natsuki dismisses me and sits in a corner. Now what? Natsuki! I turn and see Monika walking over to Natsuki. What's up? You're not usually late. I already said I needed some time to myself. I decide to go over as well. Don't forget, I'm always here if you need to talk. Yes, I know. You don't need to repeat it. Okay. What happened? Yesterday went so well. Sure, there's a lot I don't know about, but for Natsuki to be this on edge? Hey, Natsuki. I turn again and see Sayori this time. I'm sitting in this corner for a reason. I thought it made it obvious I don't want to be around anyone. I don't mean this in a rude way, Natsuki, but if you don't want to be around anyone, what made you come here today? You guys would have came looking for me if I didn't show up. She's not entirely wrong, I suppose. I certainly would have looked for her. I spent the rest of the day not really doing anything. I didn't even have the desire to talk with Sayori. I had gotten so used to spending time with Natsuki that I didn't think much about what would happen if that stopped. The past week she wasn't nearly as enthusiastic, yeah, but at least she was there. We still read manga together. So what now? Our friendship isn't just going to end like this, right? Especially after we expressed our feelings for each other. The only idea I have for now is to do what I've always done, and stay by her side. I can give her some space, but I still want to be there for her. That may be going against her wishes, but I can't sit and do nothing. I'll never give up on her. And so it was another day. School felt like it dragged on forever, and getting to go to the literature club didn't make up for it at this point. I was inside the room as Natsuki was there here on time today, still sitting in a corner. I go up to her and ask a question. Are you feeling any better today? No, and I'd like you to stop asking me, okay? Alright. I walk away and sigh, unsure of what the future would hold. You didn't make her mad, did you? I noticed Sayori from the corner of my eye. How dare you, Michael? What? It's not like that, I swear. At least I don't think it is. You don't think? I mean, if she's not going to tell me, then I'll never know, right? I don't think that's entirely true. What have you been doing the past few days? Nothing that would make her mad. I took her out to a restaurant 2 days ago and she seemed to enjoy it. We both did. Oh, there's something going on between you two. I knew it. Sayori, that's not the point. Besides, it's not like... I see Natsuki get up and come over to me and Sayori. You two are talking about me, huh? You weren't eavesdropping, were you? To be fair, I guess we are in the same room as each other. Seriously, Michael? Just go away. It'll be easier that way. I don't get it anymore. I just don't get it. Over the next week, Sayori and I tried coming up with ways to break through to Natsuki. Unfortunately, each plan failed worse than the last. I remember our first attempt. I thought my plan to get her to open up was decent enough, but I guess not. I don't know if you forgot, but go away. That's all I'm asking. It's not hard. Then we tried the next day. This time went even worse. How many times do I have to say it? Leave. 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 Still don't get it yet? Later that day, I had tried calling Natsuki's phone, but the call ended after one ring. When that happens, it usually means that the phone you're calling ran out of battery, or it can also mean... She couldn't have blocked me, right? I hadn't texted her earlier or anything, so if she did, it would have been something she did on her own. Maybe the third time would be the charm at the end of all this, but it wasn't. But we kept trying. We had to, after all. Or at least I had to. And so another day was another attempt. Are you dumb? How many times are you going to try this? It's not happening. But there was a sliver of hope in my heart that I could still win. Just one more day. I'm getting really sick of doing this, you know. No matter how long it might take, I was determined. Just one more day. Can't you respect my one wish? What if I died or something, and you had to deal with the fact that you didn't follow my one simple wish, and that there was no way to make it up to me anymore? How would that feel, huh? Natsuki, perhaps you'd like a few days off from the club? If there's something bothering one of my club members, I want to make sure that... Screw off, Monika! But I had to do it. I had to Michael, stop. Huh? There's something you're not telling me about you and Natsuki. She's been rude towards everyone, but the most towards you. I'm here to help too, you know, but I need to know everything to do that. Like I said, I've got no idea how I could have made her mad. I keep telling myself that, but what if I did do something to make her mad? What if I did it all along, voluntarily, but couldn't figure out what it was? No, it doesn't matter. Even if it is all my fault, I promise to make it up to Natsuki. I'd suggest apologizing to her, but somehow I don't think that'll make much of a difference at this point, huh? It'd be way too late for that. But what then? We've tried everything we could think of. I don't know, but the least I can do is try and comfort her. Hey Natsuki, could you come here? Natsuki rolls her eyes and gets up. Look, if you're seriously going to try... Natsuki is interrupted as Sayori hugs her. Hugs make everyone feel better, right? Sayori said that, but I saw a look of deep anger on Natsuki's face. This clearly wasn't going to end well. I hate you! Natsuki breaks out of Sayori's grasp. All of you! You don't get it, do you? Just leave me alone. It's the simplest thing ever. I'm sorry if none of you ever learned how to leave someone alone, but that's not my problem. I can't do this. I'm sick of this. Of everything. Natsuki breaks into tears and runs out of the room. Natsuki! But it was too late. There was no chance of repairing anything now. It's over, and we ruined it. I ruined it. Sayori broke the straw on the camel's back, but this was ultimately my mess. I don't clearly remember what happened after that. I think I lay down at a desk in the club. Monika and Yuri kept trying to ask what that was all about, but I didn't feel like responding. I didn't feel like talking at all. I fell asleep for a few hours after that, until I was woken up by Sayori. It's pretty late, Michael. Even I'm not allowed to work on school projects at the library past this time, and I don't think they let you sleep like this. Sorry. No, it's fine. I'll get going. I yawn and sit there for a few more moments before getting up to check the time. 7 p.m. already? I go to a fast food place after leaving the school, knowing I wouldn't be in the mood to cook when I got home. I look like a mess after today, but it's not like I cared what others thought of me at this point. I couldn't stay there forever either. I couldn't stay anywhere forever, as much as I wanted and tried, which meant it was finally time to go home. I walk on my way home until I'm in my neighborhood. I try going up to my house, only to see something I never expected. No, not something. Someone. Natsuki? I messed up, Michael. Natsuki, what's going on? I didn't expect to see this, especially not after everything that had happened. Natsuki's sitting on my porch? How long has she been waiting here? I know you hate me now, but I need somewhere to stay. Of course, but this doesn't mean anything, only until... Natsuki stops to think. It doesn't matter. Well, we could discuss that later. It's cold out here, yeah? Come inside. I open my front door and we both walk into my living room. So I guess you'll be staying here for a while then? As you'd probably expect, there is some stuff I need to explain. You're sleeping on the couch. Wait, what? I mean, yeah, sure, the couch is comfy enough anyway. Might as well not fight it. Then you'll be sleeping in my room, right? There's not any other options, are there? Technically, she could be sleeping on the couch instead of making me do it, but I guess this is fine. Okay, so you'll be sleeping in my room then. Don't touch anything, got it? Honestly, the stuff you've hid in your room would probably gross me out too much to make me want to look at it anyway. I'll take that as a compliment. It's not one. I see. Awkward silence fills the room. I notice a nervous look shows up on Natsuki's eyes, almost as if she's wondering if she's been behaving as too rude even for her. I wonder if it's because of pent-up emotion from whatever happened to her. I'll see you tomorrow then. Right. Natsuki heads outside for a moment to grab a suitcase she brought that was in the bushes, and then goes to my room while I plopped out on the large couch in my living room. There weren't any blankets, but I was too exhausted to go get any. All I want for now is to sleep, nothing more than some good, long rest. Seeing as Natsuki has my alarm clock, I use my phone alarm to wake up the next morning. Thankfully, I had found a place to charge it for the night. And as soon as I do wake up today, I see Natsuki already cooking something. Natsuki, you're up already? Just because you sleep forever doesn't mean I do too. I suppose. What are you cooking? Scrambled eggs. That makes sense. I thought your specialty was baking though. It is, but cooking's still an important skill. I usually eat processed food though. Oh, and I'm not making anything for you, by the way. It's your kitchen, so you can make it yourself. Harsh, but not wrong. I was never an expert when it came to cooking, so I grab a bowl of cereal instead. By the time I'm ready, Natsuki's done making her food as well. Rory, as I sit at the kitchen table, she sits on the couch in the living room instead. Are you sure you don't want to eat at an actual kitchen table? I'm fine. Alright. She's not going to be this cold the whole time, is she? I certainly hope not. After we were done eating, we continued to sit. I don't know how well this would go. No, I don't know how well this would go, but I decided to get up and go to the couch and talk to Natsuki. In case you get bored, you can always read some of my manga. Sure. Well, I've got stuff to do. Later. I get up and go into my room, trying to figure out what I was actually going to do. I've got nothing, but I think about it. Guess I'll watch some anime. A few hours pass and I feel numb from binge watching too many episodes. Before I can fall asleep in my chair, I hear Natsuki's voice. What? Where and how did you get this? I stretch my arms and turn around to see Natsuki did actually come in to check my manga collection. What are you talking about? Natsuki pulls out a volume of manga from my shelf. Talking about this, duh! Parfait Girls? I don't remember ever buying that. Not just any issue of Parfait Girls though. It's a France-exclusive volume that had only 100 copies ever produced. Why do you own this? Yeah, I'd like to know that as well. I don't know. I probably got it at a garage sale bundled with a bunch of other manga, since I do that kind of shopping sometimes. I wouldn't have cared about Parfait Girls at the time, so it was probably the other manga it came with I cared about. That's the only thing I can think of. But yeah, go ahead and read it if you want. How am I supposed to read it when it's in French? Okay, that's a fair point. Well, my French isn't amazing, but I think I should be able to translate the manga. Want me to read it to you? Natsuki looks nervous. I'll read something else. If you insist. Maybe there is an opportunity for me to get her to open up this time. Not right this moment or anything, but you know. Wait, was there school today? That sounds random to bring up, but crap. Well, too late now. I'll try watching a few more hours of anime, but there's a pit in my stomach that makes it hard for me to fully enjoy it. I know it's not good to let your worries get the best of you, but sometimes it's hard to shake it off, knowing everything that's been going on. It might be a bit early to do this, but I guess I'll try to get some sleep. Maybe some rest will help me feel a bit better. I wake up to the next morning with Natsuki near the doorway leading out of my room. So you're up now. Michael, was there school yesterday? Yeah, about that. How do you manage to do anything when you're like this? I'm going to school now. Get yourself together and come too if you want, but I won't wait up for you. Natsuki walks out and slams the door, leaving me by myself. I look at my phone to check the time, and since nothing wants to go my way, I find out I'm almost late. Although I'd have learned to set my alarm correctly by now, but oh well. School was a thing, I guess. But it's not like I cared about it too much. Once it was over, I finally wander over to the literature club and see everyone else look up at me. Hey. Michael, where were you and Natsuki? Oh, that? We accidentally skipped school. Accidentally? Yeah, Natsuki was at my Natsuki quickly runs over to cover my mouth. Oh, I see. At your house, huh? That's neat. We were busy, that's all. I bet you were busy, yeah. Everyone looks at us with a disappointed stare. I take Natsuki's hand off my mouth. It's not what it sounds like, I swear. If you want to be in the club, then you need to actually attend, unless it's an emergency. That's all we're saying. I mean, when you're skipping for that reason, it's just a tiny bit disrespectful. We'll make a note of it. Yeah. So, about those poems, am I right? We never forgot to go to school since. Daddy, what's going on with Mommy? Daddy? She'll be okay. She has to be okay. At least today was a day off from school. I don't feel like showing my face at the literature club again after last time anyway. Natsuki and I both make our own breakfast. As we're eating, still in separate rooms, she says something to me. So, Michael... Natsuki walks over and sits down a few chairs away from me. About your offer to read that French Parfait Girls volume. Sure, I don't mind. Yeah, you don't really have a lot of other manga I like, so, you know. Let me finish eating and I'll go get it. Once I was done with my food, I head to my room and grab the manga Natsuki is talking about. I then head back and sit down on the living room couch. Natsuki follows, although she doesn't sit close to me until she actually has to see any of the panels. Ready? Sure. As I read to Natsuki, thoughts swirl through my head. Last time she didn't sit next to me because she didn't want anyone in the literature club to assume something about us until she scooted closer anyway. We've both admitted our feelings for each other, though, and nobody else is here this time, so what's with her hesitating? Does she not trust me anymore? Oh, I'm probably looking too deep into this. Once we're done reading, I go and put the manga away. As I come back from my room, Natsuki seems to be thinking about something. Everything alright? Yeah, I've just been thinking about things. Well, you can stay here as long as you like, assuming I don't sell this house or anything. Thanks, Michael. Anytime. Come on, Michael. I gradually open my eyes and see Natsuki looking at me. Huh? What's going on? The alarm wasn't waking you up, so I had to. Anyway, your breakfast is about to go cold, so get up already. Breakfast? Only because I can't stand you eating cereal every day. Cereal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Sheesh, that's not a healthy way to live. And don't make any assumptions. Nutrition's been an important topic for me lately, that's all. Come on, you already know I eat more than that, Natsuki. Still, I shouldn't exactly complain about this, so thank you. Nutrition's been an important topic for her, huh? I get up and head over to the dining room table and see a plate of scrambled eggs waiting for me. Okay, scrambled eggs are actually all I can make. Sorry about that. It's no problem. Natsuki goes over to the couch as usual so that she can eat the meal she made. I almost feel like I've been getting closer to her, little by little. Once we're done eating, I ask something that's been on my mind. How long do you plan on staying here anyway? Like I said, you can stay as long as you want, but I don't think you want to stay here forever, right? Natsuki looks off to the side. Hey, maybe I do. Well, not that it matters. Guess we're off to school, huh? Yep. School wasn't particularly special or anything like that. Neither was the time we spent at the literature club, where things were slowly getting closer to how they used to be. I don't think all this patience has been a complete waste, if nothing else. Things progressed like this for a while. Once it had been nearly a month since Natsuki started living here, she came up to me as I was waking up to talk about something. You know, you can sleep in your bed from now on if you want. Whoa, what? Wait, do you mean what I think you mean? No, geez, I'm not even surprised that's the first thing your mind jumps to at this point. Actually, I have something in mind. Follow me. I followed Natsuki into my room and look at my bed. See? A barrier made of pillows covers the middle of the bed, separating the two sides. A bit convoluted, but I can see it working. So we each get our own side of the bed then. Yeah, it's a fairly big bed for one person, and I felt kind of bad about you having to be on the couch, so... Thanks, Natsuki. It'll be nice to sleep in my own room again. Oh, by the way, it'd be nice if we could both eat something different tonight, so maybe we could go out for pizza. I expect Natsuki to straight up reject me, but she gives me an answer I don't expect. Sure, I guess it could be fun. Later that night, we went to a local pizza parlor and had a great time. While we were there, we discussed manga and other stupid stuff like we used to. It feels so good to be at this point once again, and even though I already know it probably wouldn't last forever, nothing does. Still, I interacted with Natsuki more in general after that night. We'd read manga, watch anime, play board games, and so on. Even though she trusted me more now, there was still a small piece of anxiety flowing through her. One day I'd ask why, but for now I was going to keep living with Natsuki. A life of peace, even though it wasn't perfection. That's all I want, honestly. We both get up the next morning. I go to finish my homework at the last minute before heading off to school while Natsuki makes us breakfast. Unfortunately, the usual routine is broken up as I receive a message on my phone. It was a message I knew I was eventually going to receive, but one I didn't look forward to getting. I look at the sender and it's who I expected to be the one to send it, that person being Sayori. Seriously though, what's up with you and Natsuki? I respond with a text saying I'd talk to her about it later. I do have homework to finish after all. But really, it was also something that I think should be said in person. After Natsuki and I finish our meals like always, we head out for another dull day of school. Once our classes are over, we head into the literature club together to see the place ready like it usually does. I quietly speak to Natsuki. 1 second, alright? I walk over to Sayori. Yeah, so about Natsuki, we might want to find a quieter place for this. Oh, sure. Sayori and I walk into the hallway to discuss things. Why do I have a choice here? Hold on. Hold on a minute. Do I be vague? I don't fully know about this myself, so I don't feel comfortable sharing the details either, so let's say she needed somewhere to stay and leave it at that. Huh, I wonder why. There you have it. No sneaky business or anything like that. It's me helping a friend. A friend? That's a whole different topic. Well, if you need any advice, I'm not that good at that kind of thing, but I could try to help. Thanks, Sayori. We walk back to the club room and Natsuki comes up to us. Michael? I motion for Sayori to walk away. I'm back now, yeah? I hope you didn't do anything stupid. It's true that she doesn't still trust me 100%. And with her insecurities, it wouldn't surprise me if she got the wrong idea about Sayori and I, even if that wouldn't make any sense in the first place. You're the only one I care about like this right now, Natsuki, I promise. Well, I hope you don't want to treat everyone else like dirt, at least. I turn around and see Monika listening in. You know what I meant, Monika. But yeah, Natsuki, you're the most important person to me at the moment. Sayori's nice, but she's only your friend when it comes down to it, you know? Natsuki looks relieved. Thank you, Michael. Man, this is complicated. That was already pretty obvious, but dang, no matter what. So, be patient and letting things happen as they do seems to work out. I think. And just what is it you're reading? It's Mango! Mango? Yeah, they're like comics, but cooler. Let me see this. So you're reading manga, huh? Where did you even get this? From a friend? It doesn't matter, actually. Go do something else. But why? It makes me happy. No, it'll rot your brain. I want you to live a fulfilling, productive life. Manga won't get you there. It can't even be considered literature, honestly. Michael, there's something that's been on my mind. How is it that Natsuki is always awake before me anyway? I always imagined she'd be the type to sleep in. What is it, Natsuki? I feel kind of guilty about everything that's been going on. Not that I owe you an explanation anyway. Natsuki pauses for a moment and looks into my eyes. What am I even saying? Of course I owe you an explanation. After you've let me stay here for this long? After I kept treating you like garbage? I wish I was stronger. Why can't I even do that? Tears begin to well up in Natsuki's eyes. Calm down, Natsuki. Why don't you start from the beginning? I can't. Not yet. Okay, what can you tell me then? The reason I've been so distant towards you and everyone else lately. Natsuki tries to speak, but the words won't come out of her mouth. I'll be here, Natsuki. Take as long as you need. Michael, what does trust mean to you? Huh? That's sudden, give me a moment. To me, trust means a lot of things, but if my only choice is to sum it up, then that's what I'll do. To me, trust is the ultimate symbol of confidence. It's the basis of friendship, romance, and human interactions in general. It's the symbol of your faith in someone, the symbol of meaning that you believe they'll never hurt you. I don't believe you can have a perfect trust in someone, but trust doesn't have to be perfect either. It just needs to be good enough, and then you can be satisfied. Natsuki thinks over what I said. I probably messed up my explanation somewhere in there, but I think she got the point. I was thinking of something like that too, but it's a bit different for me. I need that perfect trust, and I don't think I'll ever show my true self unless I have perfect trust in that person. I don't know, Natsuki. How do you get that perfect trust in the first place? What is perfect trust? I don't know, but I can't bring myself to agree with anything other than a perfect trust. Is there a reason why you think that? Maybe I'll tell you some other time. What you said about trust? I don't think it's totally wrong, though. I might have to rethink some of this after all. If I take the first step, it might be a little easier. Natsuki reaches for the pillows separating us and throws them off the bed. What are you doing? What's the big issue? It's not like we're doing anything dirty. Unless that's what you're insisting. If that's the case, then you could go back to sleeping on the couch. Honestly though, that barrier was getting annoying anyway. Like you always snored into the pillows, which only made your snoring even louder. It sucked. There was a moment of silence as Natsuki reaches for what to say next. But yeah, you've been so nice to me. I might not trust you or anyone else completely, but I trust you enough. That's what you said was important, wasn't it? Trust being good enough? I wasn't really sure how to respond to this situation. Maybe so. One day I might tell you the full story, but I hope this is enough for now. It is, Natsuki. Thank you. We spent the majority of that day lying in bed. We weren't actually doing anything except thinking about everything leading up to this point. Another breakfast, another day of school, and another day at the literature club. Everything was normal up to the literature club, in fact, but it's what happened at the club that turned this into something entirely different. Natsuki and I walk in and everyone greets us as usual. We go to grab some manga, but as we do, Sayori walks up to us. You two are going to start dating soon, right? Excuse me? Come on, it's obvious you two like each other. What? I never told Sayori about that part. You're not entirely wrong, but what? Live a little. Natsuki looks over at me, unsure what to do. which is awfully inconvenient seeing as I'm unsure what to do as well. I whispered to Natsuki. Sorry, was probably going to listen in anyway, but there's not much I can do about that anymore. Let's discuss this in the hallway. Natsuki nods her head. As we try going out into the hallway, we hear Monika's voice. Where are you two going? I don't like jumping to conclusions, but from what we know about you two... Look, we're just... Stop making excuses and tell it like it is, Michael. We're going to have a private conversation, understand? Everyone else nods their head as we make our way over to the hallway. Anyway, about us dating? I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but can you really date someone you don't fully trust? Natsuki stares there for a while. As she comes to a conclusion, she smiles and whispers back. But as long as our trust in each other is enough, then it can work. That's what you said, isn't it? Besides, I'm tired of lying to myself. Well, it's now or never. I'm thinking at first that maybe this is too impulsive, but no, I'm ready. Okay, Natsuki, will you? Idiot! I'm not sure what you expected me to say. Not that, I'm talking about how we're still standing right outside the club room. Ah, I see. Let's head further down the hallway then. We move through the hallway and then stop, hoping this spot is good enough. So, are you going to say it or not? That's funny. She's like, don't say it next to the club room. We gotta move away. Of course. Holy crap. Holy crap. Holy crap. No, it just now sunk in what I'm doing. I mean, I knew what I was doing, but I'm actually doing it. I remember when I first joined the literature club. I liked everyone there, but Natsuki stood out to me. Natsuki, you're a special person to me, seriously. Natsuki is cold, yeah, but she can be sweet sometimes too. It's not as if everyone has a perfect personality anyway. Plus, I think the way she acts is endearing personally. I've liked you from day one, and I don't know if you were in the same boat, but you still have feelings for me nonetheless. Natsuki not only has similar interests as me, but she's broadened my horizons too, and if there's anyone I want to go through something new with, it's her. I'm not perfect, I'll admit, not to mention this would be my first relationship, so I might not be perfect boyfriend material. Ugh. And we've been living together too. How awesome is that? It's a weird set of circumstances, sure, but at least we've both got some happiness out of it. But that doesn't matter to me. My emotions are too strong for that to stop me. It wasn't pure happiness, of course. There were some uncomfortable, sad times as well. I can't even imagine how bad Natsuki must have been for her trusting me to shadow like that so hard after we built up a good friendship. Other people might be convinced we're already dating, which is understandable, as we do have feelings for each other. What a journey this has been. When I first joined the literature club, I didn't think anything close to this would be happening, but here we are. So why not make it official? I promise to make you the happiest girl alive. Natsuki, will you be my girlfriend? Natsuki responds immediately. Duh, of course. Geez, you almost made that sound like a marriage proposal or something. Make your confession shorter next time. But I'll forgive you. I've liked you since you first came to the literature club, after all. I said hell, but that didn't come close to expressing the emotion I have right now. I'm so relieved, so satisfied, so happy. Natsuki, we both lean in. Our mouths keep getting closer and closer. Until... I knew it! Oh. What the heck? We both turn around and see Sayori and Monika peeking out the literature club doorway. Realizing that they've been caught, they rush back inside. Well, we're not dying anytime soon. There'll be another chance, I'm sure. Yeah. I feel like leaving the literature club early today, honestly. You? Yeah. I'll tell Monika that we need to leave the club early. I think she'll understand. Well, I'm sure the club will tease us plenty tomorrow. I'm about ready to go home. Man, today's been weird, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Happy birthday, Natsuki. I know it's been a tough year, but here's hoping the next will be better. Something wrong? I don't want to talk about this, not on my birthday. I think you already know what I'm talking about though, Dad. That means I'm in a relationship then, right? I'm still processing it. Not only that, I have a girlfriend, but Not only that I have a girlfriend, but the fact that my girlfriend is Natsuki. It's bizarre for me to even think about. While it does feel a bit odd, it's great that... Come on, get up already! Wait, what was going on? Natsuki? What time is it? Why do you use that alarm clock anyway? It's not like you wake up to it much. Like I said, get up. It's almost time for school and I've already made you breakfast. Alright, thanks Natsuki. I go into the kitchen and see not just scrambled eggs, but a few pieces of bacon as well. Since I'm your girlfriend now, I thought the meals I make for you should be a little less crappy. Really? That's rather nice of you, actually. I can be nice sometimes. Geez, you could at least thank me or something. Sorry. Thank you, Natsuki. That's better. Let's eat then. We eat our breakfast while sitting together, I like to mention, and head off to school soon after. Quite the roller coaster. As we walk into the literature club, once we're done with our classes, we're immediately met by Sayori. So what? You two are dating, aren't you? You have to be at this point. I was going to text you, but I had the feeling you weren't going to spill the beans that easily. I don't get why it's such a big deal to you, though. Did you make a bet or something? Because I've been cheering you two on, of course. Natsuki rolls her eyes. Yeah, we're dating. I expect Natsuki to follow up with something rude, but... So what? I'm proud of it. For sure, I didn't mean that as a bad thing. I know, but I don't see it as a big deal. I guess the fact that Michael actually got a girlfriend is surprising, though. Well, she's not wrong. Well, you're not wrong. Wow, even Sayori agrees. I just think it's super cool, so congrats to you two. Thanks, Sayori. I'm happy about it, too. You better be, considering I'm not willing to be just anyone's girlfriend, you know. Sayori laughs as Natsuki and I walk further into the club room. That reminds me, about this whole relationship thing, Natsuki. What exactly are we supposed to do? I'm not exactly romantic if that's what you're thinking. Me neither. And I'd probably end up embarrassing myself if I tried to be romantic. Guess this won't be as easy as I thought. Not necessarily. Monika walks over from her desk. Wouldn't it work better if one of us were more romantic, though? Sometimes unconventional relationships are the ones that work best. Not everyone has to follow the standard expectation of a relationship. I think what's most important is that you're both happy. That's all that matters, isn't it? At least that's how I like to think about it. I almost feel like there's something deeper to that statement, but it doesn't really matter either. Well, anyway, I wish you two the best of luck. I think you two make a cute couple, personally. For the last time, I'm not cute! What, does that mean I am? You're funny sometimes, I guess. I feel like those two things aren't quite the same. Anyway, I'll go get some manga, Natsuki. We read manga again that day, but this time it felt a lot different. It felt more personal. I noticed that we laughed and smiled a lot more than usual. Can a simple label actually change things that much? Would it have been like this if we got into a relationship earlier too? Similar to what Monika said though, that doesn't matter much. What matters is us being happy. I promised I'd make Natsuki happy, and that thought makes me happy too. I could try being more romantic, however. I mean, what could go wrong? She doesn't like it. That's what could go wrong. Finally, a day where I wake up before Natsuki, partially because I set my alarm clock 30 minutes earlier than normal, but regardless. Hey Natsuki, are you ready to get up? Natsuki turns over. Huh? What are you waking me up for? It's morning, isn't it? And you usually wake me up, so I thought I'd do the opposite for a change. It's too early for me to get up, dummy. I only wake up because you oversleep. Uh-oh. I think I might have made a mistake, probably. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I won't do it again. Natsuki smiles before turning over again. I think it's nice, though. Huh? Hey, you care about me. You might mess up on a gigantic scale a lot, but it's nice to be cared for by someone. It's the thought that counts, or something like that. I don't know. Next time you should think first, I guess. I'm going back to sleep now. Since I don't feel like getting up after that, I lay back down as well. 2 minutes later, though, I hear the sound of blankets rustling. Phew, now I'm ready to get up. After 2 minutes? I planned on getting up at this time, yeah. I mean, that's not something for me to necessarily complain about, I'm not sure why I brought it up. By the way, I've got something to ask. Yeah? This might sound a bit stupid, but do you think I could make breakfast today? I won't turn down more time to rest, but why do you want to make breakfast? Well, you've been making breakfast for over a month now, haven't you? I think it's only fair that I give you a break sometimes. Go ahead. I hope your cookie doesn't suck, though. Although, if you made it for me, then I need it anyway, but still. I think it's cool how much of an effort you've been making to be kinder to me, you know? What? It's not something I'm intentionally trying to do. It just happens. I wish I knew beforehand you'd embarrass me like this once we started dating. But wait, does that mean I have to make breakfast? Like, actually make breakfast? Crap, I usually tend to eat processed food, so I don't know much about homemade cooking. I head off to the kitchen and think about what to make. Natsuki likes sweet stuff, right? But this is breakfast, so it's gotta be something breakfast-themed. How many breakfast foods do I know how to cook anyway? Not many, I don't think. I could try something new, but that could also end up being a disaster. Simple? Screw it, scrambled eggs it is. Okay. I present what I made to Natsuki. She stares at it from multiple angles and proceeds to take a bite. She doesn't have a look of disgust on her face, so I've got that going for it. This isn't seasoned, is it? Oh, was I supposed to do that? Yeah. I still think it tastes pretty good, though. Not as good as mine, of course. You did a decent job for your first time cooking. Okay, I kinda wanna see what happens if I try complicated. Natsuki's a special person, so she deserves a special meal. This might take a while, but I'm sure it'll be worth it. For the eggs, that'd be 1, 2... Michael? Then the oatmeal. Michael! Huh? I turned to Natsuki, who is still waiting for me to be done. Are you sure you know how to cook a meal this big? Like, are you actually sure? I'm not convinced you're sure. What makes you say that? Granted, it's been nearly 30 minutes now, but that's part of the process. I just hope it tastes good if we're going to be late for school for this. Oh crap, we are probably going to be late for school. Well, with how far I am into making this, we'll probably only be about 5 minutes late. That's not too bad in my opinion. Like I said, this food better be worth it. A few short moments pass and the food is done. It's a giant meal consisting of scrambled eggs, bacon, oatmeal, pancakes covered with syrup, French toast, and water. There wasn't a carton of orange juice, so I had to cleverly improvise. As I bring the meal to Natsuki, she's surprised by how large it is. Eesh, I knew it was going to be big, but not this big. Natsuki is slightly hesitant to try my food. Which is fair, since the food could look a bit more appetizing, and my plating skills aren't exactly fantastic either. Despite that, she takes a bite of the scrambled eggs. A blank expression rests on her face as she quietly mutters something to herself. A backpack full of many guns and weapons and explosives. What? So far, so good. That's how I have them. She tries tasting the French toast next, but before she can try to swallow, she gags and scrambles to drink some water. I don't think this is supposed to be happening. Michael, you idiot! Natsuki tries to speak, but her throat is incredibly dry and she keeps coughing. Come on, I'm not great at cooking, yeah, but it couldn't have been that bad. Natsuki paces over to the cooking counter and brings something back. What's this? She puts down the container she's holding. That's my sugar shaker. No, it's a salt shaker. Her reaction makes a lot more sense now. I could have sworn I picked up the sugar shaker, not the salt one. Natsuki drinks some more water. The two containers look different too. Even I don't get how you could have mixed them up. Natsuki sighs and sits down, her elbow resting on the table as she leaves her hand on her forehead. She seems to have come to some kind of realization, I'm guessing. You care too much. Sure, you only just woke up, but the main thing is that you were so caught up in making this huge meal for me that you didn't even check what ingredients you were using. What did I do to deserve someone this nice? I'm really sorry, Natsuki. I should have made a simpler meal instead. Hey, you still made a lot of food for me. I should at least try eating the other parts of it. Ignoring the French toast thing, my cooking still isn't that good. I don't think you need to eat the rest of it. In that case, we can share it. Here, you can have the French toast. I said I was sorry, Natsuki. I'm joking, but come on, you have to eat too, don't you? I guess so. Actually, this tastes terrible. Let's eat some cereal instead. That's what I thought. I grabbed 2 bowls and a box of cereal for Natsuki and I. As we're on our way to forgetting I ever cooked any of that. Yep, like, all that cooking. As we ate, I sneaked a question in the middle of it. Since we're boyfriend and girlfriend now, we should start going on actual dates now, right? I love this mod. Yeah, it's great. I wonder how it'll go with Yuri. Natsuki spits out her food all over me. Wait, what? Actually, that wouldn't be any different from what we've done before. Go on. I was thinking we could have a picnic. Your thoughts? That doesn't sound so bad. I think I'll stick with the big meal option. You have to help make the food though. I let you be lazy more than the average person does, but even I have my limits. Got it. Since it's the weekend, how about we make the food tomorrow and leave that day? You should have enough ingredients, so we might as well. No backing out either. You promised. I didn't promise anything, but I get the gist anyway. Finally, the weekend. Guess it's time to start cooking then. Where's Natsuki though? Did she already start making food? I head to the kitchen and as I previously guessed, there was a whole row of foods. Whoa, I thought your specialty was baking, Natsuki. Yeah, Natsuki's great. It is, which is why all the food I made so far today is stuff that you bake. I take a closer look and see several different flavors of cupcakes. Ah, you're right. I'm the one who has to make the non-baking stuff then. Yep. Okay, I'll list off the foods I know how to make. I can make scrambled eggs, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. That's it. Well, I could technically make more than that, but you know how that went earlier. What the heck? Then what's with all these ingredients? That's a pretty good question, actually. What's it gonna be then? Scrambled eggs or peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? Sandwiches, I guess. These will be the best sandwiches you've tasted, trust me. Natsuki smiles. She's tired but genuinely happy. I'll wait for you to prove it to me then. Their nutritional lifestyle is doomed. And so I went on to make the best sandwiches ever. Actually, that's a bit of an exaggeration. I'd like to think they were good though, but I wouldn't be able to find out until we actually leave for the picnic. And even you could make more than that? Yeah, I bet I could make more than that. If you can read the instructions on a box, you're probably ahead of this guy. Is everything ready? Should be. Good, let's get going already. What, are you looking forward to this or something? Natsuki's face quickly shifts to a nervous expression. No. Maybe a little. Gosh, you do this on purpose, don't you? Guess you've got me all figured out, huh? You shouldn't tease girls unless you really like them, you know that? We're dating. Oh yeah. Natsuki looks like she's about to throw out another but still, but can't bring herself to make the excuse. Fine, I'll give you that, but I'll win next time. Next time? Win what? And when I do, you'll pay. You'll owe me a hug or something. I'm still working out the details. Sure thing, Natsuki. But for now, it was time for a picnic. A picnic where the only foods were sandwiches and cupcakes. But it wasn't the food that mattered. It was about spending time with my girlfriend, Natsuki. Hey, I wanted to talk. Oh, there's plenty to talk about. Here, I'll let you start. Look, I know that things have been rough between us, but I promise you I'm trying. It's just so hard. That doesn't change anything. You still have a daughter to take care of. I know, I'm trying. Whatever you say, Dad. So, where are we even going to anyway? Natsuki and I walk out of my house and head towards somewhere, I think. I thought you had that planned out already. You know, since you came up with this idea and all. Whoops. I think there's a park nearby we could sit down at. I'll let you lead the way then. You better not get lost. Yeah, I know. We wander around for a bit. I was heading in the correct direction, I swear, until we stumble upon a grassy park. The weather conditions are perfect for a picnic, luckily. Should be here then. Works for me. Natsuki sets down the blanket she's carrying and I put down the baskets of food I'm holding. We both sit down as we get ready to eat. I pull out one of Natsuki's cupcakes from the basket and take a bite. It's soft, moist, and delicious, all at the same time. Dang, this has to be some of your best work yet. Well, considering this is, what, the second cupcake of mine you've ever had? Look, I'd put this in my list of top 2 cupcakes you've made. It's a compliment. Natsuki smiles and quietly laughs. Thanks, Michael. Natsuki takes one of the sandwiches I made and has a bite. It's better than your breakfast cooking, I'll say that much. Thanks, that's what I was going for. Yeah, I'll go with that. We didn't spend much time eating, meaning we weren't left with much to do afterwards. So we decided to lay down next to each other on the blanket. Maybe I could take another shot at being romantic. This sky certainly is blue. Actually, I'll hold off on that for now. It sure is, Michael. I'm glad you noticed. Tell me some slack. I'm trying to think of something to talk about. Natsuki turns her head and looks into my eyes. I don't think you have to force yourself to find something to talk about. Just being together is pretty nice. You're not wrong. Hey, Natsuki? What? Sorry if this is a sensitive topic, but what do you think your future is going to be like? Do you have a dream job or something? Natsuki ponders for a little bit. I've had ideas for what I'd like to do, but I haven't actually decided. There's so much I've been having to focus on these days that it's not something I can think about right now. Seemingly wanting to change the subject, Natsuki asks me the same thing. What about you? What's your dream job? You can't be a NEET forever. Huh, my dream job. I love anime to death, so maybe with enough practice I could one day become the ultimate animator or something like that at some point. No, that's wrong. I'd be lying if I said I ever seriously thought about my future. I wouldn't turn out to even be a rookie animator. Honestly, I've got nothing. Sucks for you. Natsuki sighs. I'm gonna have to help you get a job at some point, aren't I? Well, I'll take all the help I can get. That's what I thought. I don't know why we're focusing on that though. You have to learn to just shut up and enjoy your surroundings sometimes, Michael. Yeah, that's true. I'll admit I'm not great at relaxing. I know how you feel though. I feel like I've been carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders lately. I can make it easier for you. I move closer to Natsuki and slowly put my arms around her, which eventually turns into a hug. She looks surprised, but glad nonetheless. Yeah, but you can't hug me forever. I can hug you for now though. I'm sure I'll owe you one later anyway, like you said before. Fine. I still don't get why you keep being so nice to me though. It's not like I've been nice back. I think you've acted a lot softer lately, actually. Really? Yeah, I doubt I've rubbed off on you or anything, but it's cool to see. You say weird stuff sometimes. What, you only just noticed? I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It could be one of the reasons why I'm attracted to you. Or maybe not. You get my point. We stayed in that position for nearly an hour. Normally that seems like something that would never happen, but on a day this peaceful, things sort of came together like that. We should probably go home now. Natsuki hugs me tighter. Do we have to? I wish I could stay, but like you said, nothing can last forever. We've got homework to do, so... Fine. Disappointed, Natsuki gets up as we start to gather up our stuff. We walk back home immediately after. As we're back in my living room, we sit down on the couch next to each other. Well, that happened. I grab a leftover cupcake. I'm relaxed, but Natsuki seems to have something on her mind. Everything okay, Natsuki? I take a bite away for her response. I've been thinking, and... Natsuki pauses for nearly a full minute. I trust you enough to tell you, but this isn't something I want you to be involved with. What are you talking about, though? Like I said, I don't want you involved. Don't worry about me. I've already accepted what's going on. I'd like to help her, but how? She clearly doesn't want me to have anything to do with this. If you say so. Natsuki gets up. I'm going to watch some anime. If you need me, just ask. Natsuki walks off with a worried look on her face. It pains me to watch this happen, but in times like these, I need to stay true to myself. As cliche as it sounds, patience is a virtue. And patience has gotten me this far. It's how I managed to get into a relationship with Natsuki in the first place. I think everything will work out in the end. As long as I wait and prepare for whatever might come next, I'll succeed. Natsuki? I wake up, before my alarm clock goes off surprisingly, and see Natsuki nowhere in the room. I didn't hear anything last night, so something bad couldn't have happened, right? I can't let my mind get the better of me for now. I slowly yet confidently walk into the living room. There you are. I see Natsuki sitting on the couch, with a blanket wrapped around her. I sit down next to her. What happened? Natsuki looks like she wants to say something, but can't manage to do so. It was just a nightmare. That's it? Gotta be a pretty bad dream for you to be out here. When a nightmare happens in the room you sleep in, you wouldn't want to stay in that room, would you? Plus, I didn't want to wake you up. You can wake me up at any time, Natsuki. I'm here for you. Yeah, but it's something I don't want you to have to deal with. This isn't your fight. I'm guessing you're not going to tell me what's going on then? I don't mean that to guilt trip you, but you need to think about what's best for you. I know, Michael. Maybe someday I'll tell you. It's definitely her dad. It's something about her dad, for sure. It's okay, Natsuki. I give Natsuki a hug as she closes her eyes and takes a deep breath. Now, how about some breakfast? The face game implies her dad is abusive. Maybe? I can't stand having things continue like this. I want the old you back. So what did I do wrong, Dad? What did I do that's causing me to be treated like this? What did I do to make you neglect me like this? Sometimes that's how things go. Oh, you haven't been seeing these pop up? They've been popping up a few times now. There's no real reason for it, at least any that's intentional. Sometimes it just happens. Not that I wanted to, anyway. But why? As I said, that's not necessarily a reason. You have to learn to accept that. No, there has to be a reason. What happened to you? I want things to get better. I want to see you back to normal. You weren't here for any of the dad ones? Okay. Is that ever going to happen? It's like some kind of flashback in a way, but the player themselves isn't actually seeing any of this. This is for us, the reader, I guess. I don't know, Natsuki. I'm trying my best. We continued to go on dates for at least over a month. Things were pretty normal, but on some occasions I noticed a tall man that Natsuki would glare at for a few moments. She never told me who he was. Not until today. Natsuki and I were about to go on a date at the time. We had picked a fast food restaurant to go to. But just before we walked in, Natsuki saw that man again. Let's go somewhere else. Hoping between you and a stream playing ARG video game called Shipwrecker 64. Ah, I see. An ARG horror game. Ah, cool, cool. Before I could object, she grabbed me by the arm and tried to drag me away. That is until he spoke up. You. Over there. I need to ask you something. I froze, not even Natsuki being able to move me. Yeah? I had no idea what to think at the time. Who was this guy? Am I about to be dead? Are you dating Natsuki? I gulped. Yes. In the game, so you can imagine I'm trying to balance. Yeah. No worries. That's all I wanted to know. Thank you. And then he just walked away, leading me to right now, where I'm left extremely confused. Anxiety clouded my thoughts. Yeah, I was definitely about to be dead. What did he even want with me? What did he want with you? Calm down, Michael. Natsuki grabs my shoulder, but I'm still shaking. How am I supposed to be calm now? Oh, calm down. This reeks of creepiness. Natsuki looks down at the ground. He's my dad. What? I said I don't want you to get involved. The stream ended. Okay, I can focus now. If it comes down to it, then I'll handle it. Natsuki has a determined look on her face. Just what am I missing here? Well, sad thing is, we'll be ending the stream in the very near future. Like a few more minutes. Are you sure you can handle it, though? I'm not trying to downplay your strengths, but I feel like there's something deeper going on here that I'm not being told about. You care too much, Michael. You really do. Natsuki clenches her fist, her face being a mixture of irritated and sad. Let's go home, Natsuki. Yeah. We head home, as Natsuki sighs and walks toward my room. Maybe I should do something for her. Is there something nice I could surprise her with? With another game you just recently started? Oh, okay. Yeah, you could watch them, if you wanted. Not to say I don't want you here, just that I'm gonna... Obviously, I'll be ending soon, so... It's a very good day for you? Good. Yeah, I already did. As I sit down on my couch, I notice a flyer sitting on the coffee table in front. Parfait Girls, the movie, huh? In theaters tomorrow, too. Natsuki did tell me about it a while ago, I think. This was supposed to be an original story, not in the manga or anime, right? Hey, Natsuki? I shout as I walk into my room. She's laying on my bed, still seeming conflicted. Are you free tomorrow? Am I ever not free? Thinking about it, I don't think I've ever run into a situation where she was too busy or something like that. Well, I'm taking a nap. I promise tomorrow will be good. I lie down on the bed and close my eyes. I soon fall into a deep sleep and find myself waking up in the middle of the night. Why wasn't Natsuki next to me, though? I slowly walk into the living room. I turn over to the kitchen to see Natsuki getting something out of the fridge. Natsuki, why are you up so late? Natsuki, shocked to hear someone awake, drops the food she's holding. Luckily, nothing breaks. I could ask you the same thing. Hey, I woke up a few minutes ago. I don't think you went to sleep the same time I did, though. I'm probably stressing you out over this, aren't I? Natsuki rushes back to my room, ashamed. Natsuki! I planned on going back to sleep anyway, so I head back to my room and see Natsuki laying on my bed, her face buried in a pillow. You're not stressing me at all, Natsuki. I might get a bit concerned, sure, but nothing I can't deal with. You know, I've actually recently been thinking about telling you. Telling me what? You already know, Michael. I give Beskar a kiss. Is this about her dad? But I can't bring myself to do it. I don't know if I ever will. Even though I can't see her face, it sounds like she's crying. One step at a time, Natsuki. I get into bed with her. Now hold my hand. Natsuki tightly grips my hand. There. Feel a bit calmer? Get some rest. I said I had something planned for tomorrow, didn't I? You'll like it, believe me. Natsuki stops making noise, which leads me to assume that she's fallen asleep. I should probably do the same. As I wake up the next morning, I notice that Natsuki is sound asleep, one of the first times I've ever woken up before her, now that I think about it. Put it there. Alright. I think that is where we will leave off with Doki Doki for today. Okay, Spotify, don't give me ads. Yay. Okay. Let's see who's live. A friend is live, but I like to mix it up by assigning people to different people. Oh, it'll be someone different today. Who should it be, though? Lots of people live. That said, here's the raid message for Twitch side. If you're on YouTube, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, okay, how about someone I haven't raided before? Maybe. Actually, I'll see if I can, and if I can't, I have another option, so. Oh, I can. Okay, so we are going to raid... How do I pronounce? Zeta? Zeta? They are an Android VTuber who likes games and draws occasionally. Okay. So I'm gonna go to the raid screen. I might stream tonight, but if not, Thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed and are feeling okie dokie. And for sure, I will see you tomorrow for... I forgot, but it's something. Thank you so much.